Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zach Kubusch, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be on to something. All right, here's what's going on in the nest. Wow! Did you know that this song escalates to such a power chorus like Scrap Steel Money by the Heavies? What a song, what a group. Welcome to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Zachary Kubusch right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. You can hear us on the iHeartRadio and TuneIn apps as well as at edmontonsportstalk.com or on any of your podcast providers. Thank you to those listening to us on podcasts now and in the future. Hello, future. And if you are watching us on YouTube, please always click that thumbs up. We try to get to 100 thumbs every show. And if you haven't yet and you're finding us for the first time, hammer that thumbs up and subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk, our YouTube channel. All right, we've got to get right into this because this is... Zach, we just keep doing it. We keep loading this show up with fun guests, fun discussion topics, interesting discussion topics, and a little bit of just downright fun.
Tons of variety.
Tons of variety.
From sports to life to really anything. We got you covered.
We got you covered.
And on
but with a heavy dose of sports. Fair to say?
Well, we are a sports station.
We should probably adhere to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Though summertime, it allows a little bit more room to have a bit more fun. Some days.
Maybe
we like to have fun.
Here or there.
Come on.
All right. These are the Bear headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeartRadio today. Look, we are here with you from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and we've got lots to get to. Obviously, the Blue Jays win. We're going to talk about that. They win the series against Tampa Bay, are starting a weekend set against the New York Yankees tomorrow. So we're going to discuss that. The Elks are prepping for Winnipeg, who they're hosting tomorrow night down at Commonwealth. Elks offensive line, Elks center, former Golden Bear, former Bev Facey Falcon. Yes, he's Falcon awesome. David Beard will be joining us on this show. That's going to be here at 3:40. You're not going to want to miss that. I got a fun stat from the CEO of Edmonton Sports Talk that will blow your mind. But when I'm going to try blow David Beard's mind with this stat as well. The Oilers are heading to Germany. Going to talk about that. The NHL has partnered with Bayern Munich. Why would they partner with Bayern Munich? Brendan Eric feels like he's got the answer for that. Brendan Eric, also speaking of Brendan Eric, he is going to live on air right here.
He's got an answer for some.
We're going to run hands-free on the producer desk for a segment. Brendan Eric is going to complete a Rubik's Cube live on air. That's going to be happening for buying or selling for Damon Bunting at 4:40. Appointment. You're not going to want to miss that. And then we've got Mike Haas, the one and only Mike Haas, Saints, New Orleans Saints radio play-by-play. The voice of the New Orleans Saints will be joining us on video at 5 o'clock. And to finish off our show, Edmonton's favorite handicapper, Frank Fontana of the Century Mile, Century Downs daily racing form. The Canadian Derby goes Saturday, August 22nd at Century Mile out by the airport. Frank Fontana is going to be in the house. I mean, this is just the hits keep coming here, Coob. So loaded show for you today. A reminder that you're watching us and we are joining you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Good day, bad day. Either way, happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your days just got happier. How can you get in touch with us? Well, there is the Nasty Chat. That's on the right side of your YouTube screen. Please feel free to notify us about anything. Tell us anything. Like Caster1990 says. He says, hey, Jason Milne, is that Brundon's Rubik's Cube in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I love that. That's the spirit, Caster1990. Well done. You can also hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, where Tap 25 Restaurant is 50% off the entire menu, available 7 days a week from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. All right, I mentioned I'm being joined by Zachary Kubusch and Brendan Eric. Zach, how's your day been?
Phenomenal once again. Getting things going, planning out some of our NFL previews as it continued. Once we got a few guests rolling.
We were like a worker bee in that in the bullpen. A little behind the scenes for you. You know, you can't book these guys a week out or no. You know, it's usually best within 24 hours to book some of these guests. So as you're getting to crunch time, you know, we had Hernan working it. We had Maddie working the NFL Black Book. We were going over names. It was fun. But yeah, we got a great one in Mike Haas. Yeah. Quite a story. And I'm interested to hear from him how he got this role, how he came to be the voice of the New Orleans Saints. Because he's been in the media game in New Orleans for quite a long time. So yeah, we'll see how that's all going down there. Brendan Eric, are you nervous, excited? Where are your levels at knowing that you have to complete a Rubik's Cube live on the show in about an hour and 12 minutes?
I'm fine for now. Once I see myself in that monitor up here, I'll probably find the nerves a little bit, but
when's the last time that you had done this before and tried to solve it?
The last time, well, I did a couple reps last night. Still got it, but I think prior to that was here.
Oh, yeah, because I believe you had attempted this. I don't remember how it went, but you had done it on the Hangout the last time.
We did part of a social media post, and it was fine. And then Maddie gave me his big, oversized cube, and I think, I don't want to create a controversy or anything, but it was unsolvable. It didn't work.
Oh, so maybe we got to put that in controversy of the year. Have you solved any other Rubik's Cube? We're talking about the original Rubik's Cube, by the way.
Yep.
The 3x3 variant.
Yep.
Can you do a 2x2?
Never even tried.
Explore anywhere else? So always just the original Rubik's
3x3. Yep.
Okay.
CDJ in the Nasty Chat says, is there a time limit? Yes. We are putting a 1 minute and 30 seconds. Brendan, is that what you feel?
An over-under.
An over-under.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a poll up leading into it. Before you leave that seat, we're going to get a poll put up in the chat. Actually, Coob, you can do the poll from where you are, right here on YouTube, right?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so we're going to get a poll up over or under if Brendan can accomplish this feat in 90 seconds. Over 90 seconds, under 90 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's a
little healthy competition.
If everything works out, should smash it. There's a world for sure. Where
I'm gonna be the guy.
Yep.
I'm gonna twist and contort this Rubik's Cube to my liking.
Yeah, you can't follow the patterns. Okay, I know it's a math problem. You got to follow the patterns, but if you don't do it yourself, I'm sure it would be harder. So this is going to be exciting to see. Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube, Jay? I know I haven't. I've been close.
No,
on the 2x2.
No. I did it once, but I peeled the stickers off and replaced them all on the side and said,
I think everybody's done that once.
But no. So, looking forward to that, Brendan. I have confidence in you. That's going to happen, sorry, at 4:40. Interesting news out of the NHL on a couple different fronts today. They've announced their global series in Germany. So there'll be games in Munich and Cologne, not this season, but the next year, the 2027 NHL Global Series. Germany will feature the Boston Bruins playing 2 games in JJ Peterka's home city of Munich at SAP Garden. In the Edmonton Oilers will play 2 games in Leon Draisaitl's native city of Cologne at Lanxess Arena. So this is happening. I would imagine these would
usually earlier in the year.
Okay, there's Global Series happening this year.
Yeah.
So, Koo, why don't you look up when are those games? Because is this going to be? I would imagine it's earlier in the season. In fact, hasn't it normally happened right at the start of the regular season? Like you start your season in Germany?
No, they definitely get it done earlier. Now, there's one going to be in Finland, November 12th and 14th between the Carolina Hurricanes and Seattle Kraken.
Oh, November. Okay.
So that's Kako and Aho, number 20 for the Hurricanes. Got a global series in Germany. Bedard out in Dusseldorf against Tim Stützle, who's also German.
Tim Stützle, sure.
So Blackhawks and Senators.
And when's that happening?
And that'll be going December 18th and 20th. So this announcement's coming from the NHL with the Boston Bruins and Edmonton Oilers being a part of it. It'll mark the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th NHL regular season games played in Germany. First dating back to October 8th, 2011. They've been doing this. So it's nice to see, I guess, some local faces kind of coming back to their roots and being able to play a game. I know the Oilers have played various games overseas. I was talking to Ben Thompson in the bullpen, and one of the major ones that I remember is, I think it was 2019 for the Oilers when they played in Gothenburg, Sweden. So the Oilers have played overseas before in their time, but going to Germany is pretty cool. And didn't it happen where Leon Draisaitl and the Oilers had played Draisaitl's father's Peter Draisaitl's team in an exhibition, the Straubing Tigers, I believe. So something interesting to keep
so
tabs on.
the Oilers are going to Germany.
Yeah.
All right. They're traveling. The Oilers are traveling to Leon Draisaitl's hometown.
Cologne.
To try and grow the game. Right?
Okay.
I would imagine that's why they do these global series, is to grow the game, the brand of the NHL, the shield of the NHL. That's why they do these things. So that would lead into today's off-topic topic. Okay? The off-topic topic is presented by William Huff since 1952. William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solution for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. All right. If Edmonton Sports Talk was to put on a small town tour, all in the name of growing the brand of EST, which cities and or venues would be on the list? So I kind of said that maybe this should be small town Alberta.
Yeah.
But I will accept, because I mean the boss man, Dustin,
Sure.
hails from Cranbrook, BC.
Just over the border.
So we could just, fly over the border once, but that's it. I would accept Cranbrook only because it's Dustin.
Yeah, mainstay that would kind of like hit home for Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yeah, if there's
YouTube
some
Trev is a
connections.
well-traveled gentleman himself. He has lived in various areas, right? One that popped out to me was Pincher Creek. He talks about the windiness down south there, his fond memories being in Pincher Creek, and he would be perhaps a celebrity there as well.
So let's put Pincher Creek. Here's what I thought we'd start maybe up this way and kind of tour around.
Well, this is where we need the map.
This is where we need the roll down map. Right? So send in your cities that you feel should be there on the EST Small Town Tour. Send them into 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino. I think we got to start in Evansburg. I think we got to start in Evansburg, the home of the one and only Reid Wilkins.
Yes, right by the mighty Pembina.
Yes. Maybe we do the shows from the shores of the mighty Pembina.
Sure.
Who knows? So I feel you start in Evansburg, you move out to Ardrossan. Okay, the residents, the town of I live in, Evansburg, Ardrossan, Lloydminster, where Reid cut his radio chops, television chops, and then we'd have to go down to Camrose for Brendan,
of course,
the hometown of Brendan Eric, the man with 2 first names.
He makes a drive out here,
running the 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no big deal for you, right?
Come on.
No, maybe a couple 5-minute naps in the parking lot before I head in, and we're on our way.
Exactly.
Castor 1990. I was going to vote Evansburg, not only Reid's hometown, but I worked there for a couple of years. Okay.
Oh. Well, and Twistle, you can't forget they're very close.
They're pretty
one
much
another.
The same thing.
Okay.
We'd have to go down to Drumheller.
Yeah.
Because that town is down in a valley. I'm not sure they even get radio. I don't know if they get signals in Drumheller.
Well, and if we're in that area too.
Can you imagine you go into Drumheller and they're like, what are these people? What is this?
Yeah, I was there a couple weeks ago. I don't think.
What is this?
Very
sorcery?
old-timey.
Ooh, that's a good one. Box Pounder says Gibbons for Gibby. Shout out to Gib Chella, says Duck Dad. Maybe that might have to work as well. I mean, there was a time where Gibbons was put on the map by the morning show. I don't mind that. Brendan, you had an interesting one. I believe it's a Russian name of some sort.
It's
Czar?
Yeah.
Czar.
Yeah.
Czar. Yes.
Where is Czar, Alberta?
Czar's on its way to Wainwright.
Southeastern,
I
or
guess.
yeah,
And what
almost
was
due
it?
east.
Now, it would be nice if you could add in, if you're going to send in, you're going to nominate a small town, why? Like Collingwood Rob, you said Didsbury, Alberta. Why? What's in Didsbury that we could, promote or do the show in front of?
Sure.
Like Evansburg, we could go down to the Pembina.
Yeah. The Mondaire sausage.
Yeah, or Drawson, we could do it in front of the Bottle Depot. Legendary Bottle Depot.
Yeah.
Nobody ever works there.
Nobody. No.
Never. When we first moved out to Ardrossan, the first week we lived there, I went to the Ardrossan Bottle Depot. I left my phone at home by accident. I was gone for 4.5 hours because nobody was there. Back in 5 minutes. I waited. I wanted to try out the new Bottle Depot.
Come on.
Never again. My wife thought I was kidnapped. It was great.
Oh, that's yeah. The communication, not having your phone. It's hard to get in touch with somebody. And when you sit there, you want to be there and see what's up. So that's too bad.
Czar is out east of Camrose on Highway 13. So what did you say? What was the big pull from Czar?
The exotic meats / burgers. It's the Fireside Grill and Sports Lounge. They have kangaroo, ostrich, camel, crocodile, yak, wild boar, seal, emu, shark, python, and bison.
I think I was there for some reason.
That's a list, eh?
Have you tried any of these exotic meats?
We went there once. I think I got the bison burger. I got a little cold feet from all the other ones, but maybe one day. Probably not. I'm be honest.
How's the bison?
I'm not sure why. Bison's good. I don't mind bison at all, but
Bison's fine. I mean,
something about putting crocodile in my mouth that I heard it's good. I heard it's a lot like chicken, but I feel like I might have been lied to as well. So
kangaroo would feel off.
Yeah, like
too.
Just not a fan.
When I think of kangaroo, I think of Little Roo from Disney. I'm like, I don't want to eat you. But when you see kangaroos in real life, they're giant pricks.
Oh yeah,
They'll beat you up
with a smile on their face,
and they move around in the creepiest manner.
I don't like how
they move on their tails.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't like that.
Nope.
And they have big chest muscles. They're jacked up. Penner's Pancake says Andrew also has one of the coldest rinks around. It's like a meat locker. Okay. Oh, I like this. Toefield for Tilly's Pizza alone.
Okay.
I've heard Tilly's Pizza in Toefield is legendary.
Incredible.
One that hits close home to me. Both my parents lived in this town in Barhead, Alberta. That's where my grandmother lived in the Camp Creek
the
sort of
attraction?
area. They have a blue heron statue.
Oh,
Come
there
on.
you go.
They got
Coop.
the rink. They even have a great golf course just on the outskirts perimeter of that. And they have the Centennial Museum as well. Barhead Centennial Museum. A couple decent restaurants as well. But the Blue Heron, home of the Blue Heron, Barhead, Alberta. I'd put that on the list for an EST small town tour if we're trying to grow the station. Come on.
What else? Oh, Lethbridge. Lethbridge, just because of the connection with Dustin and YouTube Trev. They went to college there.
Yep.
What's the attraction in Lethbridge? Just that it's
What is
windy?
the big thing?
Windy City.
Is that it? It's the windy city of Alberta? And then we'd have to do a show from the Crick out at Pincher Creek
The Crick.
for YouTube, Trev.
They have a high-level bridge. Apparently, they have a Japanese garden in Lethbridge. So, a river as well. I've actually never been to Lethbridge, but put it on the list. Come on.
We must.
Elk Point, just because we cover the Edmonton Elks
classic.
as well.
All right. Keep those coming in. Your EST small town tour of Alberta. Which cities / venues must make that list? That would be really fun to do. If we got on a big tour bus, like a sleeper bus, and we just had a trailer that we towed behind it with all our gear, and we just slummed it and went for 10 days straight. A different city every day.
How long would it be fun for?
Oh, by the time you reach the
Outskirts of Edmonton.
the outskirts of the Henday, like 5 minutes outside of the
Then
Henday.
the novelty's worn off. Hey?
It's gone.
Yeah, I think back to playing midget baseball. We took a utility van down to Montana for a ball tournament, and we got maybe
Like
3
a
hours.
15-passenger van?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, maybe like a couple hours down the road before everybody was at each other's throats. It was terrible.
Breaking
memories.
news for those that care. Post Malone is engaged to his stylist.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
great.
Does that? I know you follow Post Malone, Brendan.
Doesn't really move the needle for
Doesn't
me.
move the needle for you
Yeah.
either.
Who is his stylist?
Oh, you didn't know? It's Christy Lee.
Who's
Exactly, Koo. Exactly.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
TM Jazzy. In the
Great.
chat.
I
for,
like Post
breaking
Malone.
that. Awesome news.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to get out. We've got to get back. We're going to ask, why is the NHL partnering with Bayern Munich? We've got Jay's play of the day. And then Elks offensive lineman David Beard coming at 3:40. You're not going to want to miss that. But first, we hear from the man with 2 first names, Brendan Eric.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2 games. The Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The opponents for all 4 matchups have yet to be announced. In Columbus, Blue Jackets goaltender Elvis Merzlikins has undergone shoulder surgery. There's no timetable for his recovery at this point. The Blue Jays finished their series against the Rays today, Toronto winning that one 5-1. Okamoto and Lucas both went yard this afternoon, while Shane Bieber had 7 strikeouts. With some bad news, Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Some other finals from around the majors. The Cardinals took down the Reds 10-9. The Guardians topped the Giants 5-2. And the Brewers take another against the Mariners 7-4. Over to the NBA, James Harden has agreed to a 3-year, $97 million extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at paramountflooring.ca. Bayern Munich, Edmonton Oilers up next. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
By trading Nurse and bringing in Shea and Mukmadulin, did Bowman meaningfully improve the blue line? 39.9% of people say yes, 21.8% of people say no, and 38.3% of people said maybe.
Okay, so it's close. It's not that long.
It's close between maybe and yes.
The potential is there for it to be better, sure.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
part of no, don't you run.
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Zach Kubusch right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports, where we head over to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. A reminder, the Australian, what is it? The I got to get the right name here.
The Thunder.
The Thunder.
From down under.
Thunder. Feel the thunder. The Thunder from down under is coming to the River Cree.
For 3 days?
Yes.
Oh my
tonight,
gosh.
tomorrow, and Saturday night. Shows start at 8 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Saturday night. The Most Wanted 2026 tour. Woo-hoo-hoo! Start your engines.
Too excited.
Bone says, come to the Wonk.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that. What
tallest
is the Wonk?
working water tower in Alberta. Brendan, you seem to know what the Wonk is.
Wetaskiwin.
Is that a slang term for Wetaskiwin?
Very well known. Well, maybe not obviously very well known, but well known enough around our parts.
I like that, Bones, because we could do the show in front of the tallest working water tower in Alberta. Maybe we could do it from the top of it. See, that's what we're looking for here. And Chris Purper adds that cars cost less than Wetaskiwin. Yes, that was a great jingle. Dave in Section T asks, do you think of Piglet when you eat pork, Jay? And my answer is every time. Every time I eat pork, I think of Piglet, and I say, damn, Piglet tastes good. Skaggs, he says, hey, Jay, is that a referee's flag in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Well, news for you, Skaggs. Oh, it is a referee's flag in my pocket, and this flag's on you.
That was hefty.
It's in my pocket.
That was a nice
It's a good flag.
Good toss, yeah. Signed.
Rip City Step, is Brundon the most famous Camrosian since Josh Green?
No, I have a pal named Parker Kelly, and he plays in the National League. A year older than me. We went to school growing up. I would say he's a little bit, if not a lot, more famous than I am.
I don't know if a lot.
Parker Kelly?
Parker Kelly.
Colorado Avalanche
hockey
Parker
player?
Kelly?
That one.
Dropping names here. From Camrose, Alberta.
Buddy?
Went to school all the way, well, maybe not all
Okay.
junior high school. Yep.
Dial him up. Get him
Yeah,
on the show.
21 goals last season.
Yeah.
35 points.
I was at the game, he scored 20, ironically enough.
Hey.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Were you really?
Yep.
Huh.
Wow. So this is actually like a close friend of yours.
Well, close friend, no, but someone, friends going through school.
But
Whatnot.
if he saw you, would he know your name?
We follow each other on Instagram. How about that?
If
that
he
count?
saw you,
So-
would he know your name?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
Yes.
Wow. Parker Kelly on the show next week. There we go. All right.
How about Kenneth E. Iverson, mathematician, computer scientist from Camrose, apparently? No.
Doesn't ring
Won
any
the
bells.
Turing Award.
Okay.
Apparently famous.
Cool. I'm sure it is a very big accomplishment. But
No Josh Green or Parker Kelly.
the NHL and FC Bayern Munich announced groundbreaking multi-year partnership to grow hockey and expand fan engagement. This is the Oil Understood, brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta area for over 50 years, and now a partner of the Reid Wilkins show on Edmonton Sports Talk. GCL Diesel. Understood. All right, guys, let's get to the bottom of this. So my understanding is that this is the NHL and FC Bayern will work together to introduce hockey to new audiences in Germany while creating distinctive experiences for fans of both organizations. So, I get there's a connection, right? Leon Draisaitl, German. They're doing the German series. Alphonso Davies, Edmontonian, plays for Bayern Munich. I just don't understand. Is this just like when rich people give each other gifts, and it's like, here, I'll give you 10 million, and I'll give you back 10 million. Brendan, what do you think this is all about?
I think that's exactly what it is. Is new eyes, more money, right? It's
so the NHL partnering with Bayern Munich. How do you think that comes over to the NHL side of things?
Germans, hockey people, right? Obviously, Stützle, Draisaitl, there's names around. And why not, just make things, it's like Camrose coming up, make things at home. What we're doing with the off-topic topic, right? If you get a closer personal connection to it, you have more interest in buying that $300 jersey. You have more interest in tuning into the games, and everything costs a little bit more for everybody else, and the owners reap the benefits of it all.
I think this is vastly more advantageous for the NHL than it is for Bayern Munich. Like, they are already a massive powerhouse, right? Like,
yeah,
German players are starting to come up. Draisaitl being the highest drafted German, 3rd overall, and then Moritz Seider getting in the mix. JJ Peterka is very, very good. Like, German talent in the NHL and in hockey in general is advancing. And if you put these people's faces on billboards or whatever kind of partnership activities that they're going to be doing here, more eyes on the sport. And some people are going to be like, hey, like, people know Leon Draisaitl in Germany. What about these other German players that are great elite hockey players playing not just in Edmonton, but also in Boston, right? And around kind of the horn in the NHL. So that might kind of tag a couple more people. And I don't think hockey fans are going to see this and be like, wow, I want to watch soccer. But maybe
in Germany, you think
German
this is a bigger deal for the NHL?
I could also see a world where FIFA, much like the World Cup, pretty much an untapped market over here in North America. Well, maybe not North America, but for Canada and the States, right? There's 400 million people hanging around here that don't have a whole bunch of interest in soccer or football, as a lot of the world calls it.
Right.
If you can grab some of those eyes, that's good for them too. Scratch your back, scratch our back.
Right.
Now, didn't you say that the New York Rangers partnered with the Italian Premier League?
The Italian Series A. Yes. And it's a collaboration involving the Rangers players and Italian soccer players / legends, including joint events and promotional content. So probably a lot like what the Oilers and Bayern Munich are heading down right now.
And that's really the only other partnership that can stand out is that one from now the Oilers and the Rangers. So, I mean, two different clubs, two different teams making those partnerships in the last 2 years too. Like that happened.
I guess this all is just about money. Right?
Yeah.
Like
It's so simple.
Because the NFL was, I feel, and you know what's the interesting thing? The one sport that I feel should be doing this more, like NHL, good for you, because there's a hell of a lot of talented players in Europe. But the NBA, why they don't have an NBA Europe or like a division, like, you know, they're already talking about the Super Bowl one day being in London.
Mm-hmm.
Like there could be a time and place where there's a new division in Europe.
People love
like
American
they're pushing it
football there,
very, very hard. Okay. But that's all you're going to do is transplant Americans over to Europe.
Sure.
Because there's nobody in Europe that would qualify to play in the NFL. Like under 0.0001%.
Yeah.
Book it.
Well, and some of the top
However,
players.
basketball. Basketball in Europe, how many Europeans do you see come over and transfer right into the NBA?
And dominate it.
Right? And
Yeah.
I mean, the top 5 players in the NBA are not from the United States. Right? So that's where I would expect to see these partnerships bud more would be in the NBA.
They're still focused on Asia though, too. Like Steph Curry and his new shoe deal. And I'm not even going to attempt the name of that company, but a 10-year deal paying him north of $400 million or something silly. Like they've been doing lots over in China and Asia for years now.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less worried about Europe. I don't know. Number wise, I don't know.
Well, basketball is huge though around the world. Like there are huge European leagues, correct?
Yeah,
But-
and Mex Pizzozu says the Euro League is already pretty big in Europe.
Yeah.
So why would you want to? So maybe.
Oh no, but the
There's
NBA
that.
has a much larger ego. Trust me. Like
If they wanna
the
get something
NBA
done-
would want to
done.
have NBA, the National Basketball Association, Europe.
Is there a certain resentment? Do you think maybe that
I'm sure the
Europeans are getting stolen to go to the NBA and not play
That's a
in
good
their
question.
leagues? So maybe the NBA doesn't really want to poke that bear.
That's an interesting question.
I don't know.
I mean, these are all different professional sports leagues that are trying to grow their game globally.
Yep.
Right? And the one that I think would be the easiest to grow, especially into the European market, would be the sport of basketball. However, I just don't see it. All right, Brendan, we got to get to Jay's Play of the Day quick because we've got David Beard coming up in just over 2 minutes. Play my music.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
All right, Jay's Play of the Day is brought to you by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 years of age or older to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. All right, this is I'll make this one short and sweet. Look, Thursday Night Football is upon us. Can't wait. I will be tuning in, of course. Montreal Alouettes to score first and win. I'm sorry. Like there's the Ottawa's due commentary. I don't think so. And if they are due, I don't think they're due against the Montreal Alouettes. All right. Davis Alexander, Tyson Philpott, and Tyler Sneed and Travis Tice are rolling right now. They're a very good team, and they've got a hell of a head coach in Jason Moss. Here's Jay's Play of the Day. Montreal Alouettes to score first and win the game. Davis Alexander, 350 plus passing yards, and Travis Tice, anytime touchdown. That has been boosted to plus 450. So that's 5.5 to 1. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESD specials, and you'll find all that information. All right, coming up next, we are joined by Sherwood Park native, Golden Bear alum, and current Edmonton Elk, David Beard. But first, we got to hear from Brendan Eric.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2, while the Bruins also play 2, but in Munich. The opponents for all 4 matchups have yet to be announced. In Columbus, Blue Jackets goaltender Elvis Merzlikins has undergone shoulder surgery. There's no timetable for his recovery at this point. The Blue Jays finished their series against the Rays today, winning 5-1, but some bad news. Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Some other final scores from around the majors. The Royals win 6-2 over the Athletics. The Brewers take down the Mariners 7-4. And the Cardinals scoring 10. The Reds only gathering 9. And over in the NBA, James Harden has agreed to a 3-year, $97 million contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid has a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. David Beard around the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
I see Shea is more of a replacement for Kulak than Nurse. Is that wrong?
He's smaller than both of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like he's not going to be like he's a smart. Like I think Brett Kulak, he was smart. He could get around. He was a good skater.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty well. I think that's right on par. Maybe a little bit better offensively.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Back to school? Really?
Yay! Really. As things settle back into a school routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
part of no, don't you want?
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer that thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. Big football game happening tomorrow. The 7-3 Edmonton Elks are hosting the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And to set that up, we're going to go to the voices of the game for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, they're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. And with that, we are pleased to be joined by Elks center offensive lineman David Beard. How are you doing today, David?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us here. We appreciate it. Look, it's your third game back after you went through a little bit of a calf issue. How's the body feeling? How are you holding up?
Yeah, good. When you unfortunately take a bit of a hiatus, there's a few other things that kind of start to recover. So I am grateful for that personally. I know that other guys are going to be able to look forward to a quick break mid-season after a good butt whooping tomorrow night. So
there we go. All right. So, yeah, I mean, 62 games. You've played 10 games in 62 games. That's 8 weeks and 5 days. I'm sure this team could use a rest. Is this, in the locker room, are you guys looking at this for motivation? Like, hey, guys, let's go into this break on top. Let's go into this break with positive vibes.
I can tell you there's been absolutely zero chatter from the players that I've heard about wanting to use this as motivation or anything of that sort. We have been communicated to. The message has been very, very clear all week. We want to empty the tank. And I think, honestly, whether it's completely natural or partially fabricated, I think everyone's really buying into that this week. We are doing everything we can to keep the blinders on and be kind of where our feet are, to steal a cliche phrase. We are truly trying to just make sure we're focused on laying down a good butt whooping tomorrow night. And that doesn't bode well when you're pretty focused on the bye week, right? So everyone's got their blinders on and we're pretty focused.
I had an interesting stat sent to me actually by the CEO of Edmonton Sports Talk. You might have heard of him before, Dustin Nielsen. Yeah, do you know you're first in the league in a specific stat category? It's a good one.
No.
I would get it. I mean, I don't expect that you're looking up your stats day in, day out. You have the lowest pressure rate allowed in the CFL. So out of 241 pass blocking snaps, you've only allowed pressure on 2 of them. That is under 1%, David Beard. So, I mean, when you came back from that injury, I mean, it didn't look like it, but you're off for a couple games. Is there a little bit of a period where it takes you maybe a series or maybe a half of a quarter to adjust to get back into it? Or is it just like riding a bike?
If there is, it's going to be pretty minimal for that period of time. I have had the great pleasure of not having to be injured very often in my career. And of the injuries that I have had, I've been off for minimal amounts of time. So I've never faced one of those mid-season where you've been off for 8 weeks or 10 weeks or worse, and you're trying to come back. I've never had to deal with that in my career. But no, 3 weeks is it was enough to shake off some of the little boo-boos that kind of accumulate over time. But it wasn't too much where I really feel like I'm really off the bike for too long, so to speak. So it was pretty quick to kind of get back and get a good feel for things and continue the growth and chemistry with the group. So it wasn't too bad.
David Beard from the Edmonton Elks now joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. J. Milne and Zach Kubusch, myself. The question I have for you, alluded to the focus, trying to get a butt whooping in tomorrow's game. What has been the main focus at practice this week, entering the game tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we had one practice this week physically. So obvious focus was going to be mentally preparing. And for the guys who played football before, that there's only so many reps you can get a week, even on a full week. And a lot of the refining has to do in the film room, in meetings, and off the field, right? We can't see every single look. We can't walk through every single look that we're going to get in the game. And so this was a huge emphasis of mentals this week. That meant a lot of extra time in the film room with the guys. And that's kind of be the golden ticket for us is if we were able to prepare properly, which I'm confident we have, we were going to be able to execute at a high level, even though we didn't have the physical reps as much as we would on a regular week. So.
Now, usually you'd see, turning back to the previous game, Justin Rankin rushing, but Cody Fajardo, starting quarterback of the team, had the longest rush of his career. What was it like seeing your starting quarterback take a rush like that?
Oh, I was fired up. That was awesome. You know what? Cody has been an absolute stud. We got to see it last year about how great of an impact he made for this team and this club. And you could see the city rally around him last year. And then man, seeing him this year, he's just added so many new things to get excited about. And I remember the play in particular. I'm trying to block. I think I have one of the D tackles, and we kind of went back and forth a few times, and I could see the grass, not expecting Cody's going to take it, but I could see this huge lane. I'm thinking, wow, there's a lot of space there. There's no defenders over there. And there goes Cody right off my left side, off it into the sideline. I was pretty stoked. I was jacked to see him do that. So did a great job.
Well, and it was a nice carry too. Like he found the exact pinpoint to fight off those two defenders and get some extra yards. So yeah, I could tell you guys were fired up after that run. Certainly. Look, you were drafted by this team in 2015. You were out of the University of Alberta. I'm not sure if you expected to stick around the entire season, if you expected to go back, but you busted your ass and you made that team and you stuck around. That team went on to win a Grey Cup. What, I know that's a long time ago. That's 11 years ago, but are there parallels, David, that you can draw between that team and what you're seeing currently from this team?
Yeah, you know what? Over the years, I've told stories about that team and what a great experience was as a rookie, to show up on a team like that was so established and dominant. And I think one of the parallels to give a shout out to the defense is the defense. I remember looking back at that defensive core that we had in 2015, two of which we have on our defense or on our staff as coaches. And it was an absolutely star-studded defensive team. Even you look at Willie Jefferson, credits to that guy. We're about to play him this week. Absolute all-star player in this league, and he was a rotational D end on that defense that won in the 2015 Grey Cup. It was an absolute outstanding defense that we had, and there is a uncanny amount of similarities with our defense this year. They've been doing a great job, so huge hats off to our defense. They're just a super physical group that seems to just be able to fly to the ball no matter wherever the ball gets targeted on the field. They're always there rallying around it. I love that. So it's a great parallel to that 2015 team, and they're doing a great job. So a lot of trust in those guys.
Well, you just spoke about Willie Jefferson, and obviously he's a major part of that Winnipeg defense. But what challenges, David, that would Winnipeg's defense present to you that may not show up on a stat sheet?
Yeah, you know what? I think this is a very loose picture here, but typically what Winnipeg has shown is their defense this year is much more skill productivity based as opposed to scheme productivity based. They're a great defense and they're dynamic and all these things, but the truth is that they just ask their playmakers to make plays and they keep it pretty simple, and that's their kind of bread and butter. And so that's, I think, one of the noteworthy things about Winnipeg's defense, particularly box. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I spend most of my time studying the box, the defense, the front seven. But that's what it is. They kind of pin their ears back, don't make anything too crazy. They just bank on their guys winning with skill. And that's going to be our job coming tomorrow night, is just being able to physically beat them as opposed to trying to beat them mentally. It's just going to be physically trying to beat them and making sure that we keep Cody clean and bust some holes for rank. So
thanks for the time today, David Beard. I do have a fun question here for you. Tomorrow is country night for the Edmonton Elks at Commonwealth Stadium. Some great themes throughout the season. But is there a country song that stands out to you that you want to hear tomorrow, or an artist or anything like that for this fun theme night?
Beer Never Broke My Heart. Luke Combs.
That's a good one. Hey, Luke Combs coming to Commonwealth Stadium too.
Yeah.
It's pretty good news.
They're promoting that. I was talking to my wife and kids about it. Like, that concert's not till May of 2027.
Yeah.
And it's being promoted heavily already.
It's going to be good. You just know it's going to be good ahead of time. So
yeah, you're gonna want to go to that?
I got to check it out, see if I can get some tickets there. I'm going to have to try. So
you might know a couple people.
I'll try.
You'll try. Dave, you've seen me around practice with tinfoil packages in my hands with beautiful little donairs inside of them. I mean, that's nothing new to you, right? Like you know your way around a donair.
Yes, of course. Love it.
I did bring one to Jordan Murray earlier in the year, and he loved it. But who do you think? Because I owe JJ Ross one. I was going to bring it to him earlier this week, but the practice time was just a little too late. who other than JJ Ross do you think, and even on that offensive line unit, who do you think would appreciate a donaire?
I'm going to pick this name out of respect for the U of A alum here. We're going to go with Mark Cordy.
Really?
I think Mark Cordy wants to really enjoy a good donaire.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
He's the guy.
All right. That's fun. I'm going to have to get in touch with him, and maybe we could do a little 2-for-1 JJ Ross, Mark Cordy donaire experience after the bye week, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He loves a good bite to eat. So,
okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. David Beard, thank you very much for taking some time out of your day to join us here. Good luck tomorrow and enjoy the bye week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. That was David Beard joining us on the Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Yeah. I mean, it's quite a story for David Beard. He went to high school at Bev Facey in Sherwood Park. I mean, he wanted to play basketball. That was his sport growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, I believe, grade 9, I believe he played for the Sherwood Park Rams, and then he went on to play for the Bev Facey Falcons, where, you know, he kind of found a niche there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a massive human and a salt of the earth guy, as you can tell. Always see him and his family down at practice. Well, obviously him, but his family's always there, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So, yeah, you couldn't want it more for a guy like that, for sure. Hometown talent along that O-line. I mean, there's 3 players on that offensive line from the University of Alberta.
Yeah, always something to highlight. Anytime that there's a local player on the team, we're talking about the global series and coming back to your roots, having the chance to stay where it kind of all began, playing for a professional team in your local city, or I guess, you know, in the municipality in the same area, it is always great. Like that's an athlete's dream to do that, and to have multiple people, players, part of the Edmonton Elks organization, living out that dream is awesome.
Winnipeg and Edmonton have played each other a lot. This rivalry has gone on for a long time. After the break, we're going to look into this rivalry. We're going to look into tomorrow night's game. The depth chart came out today, so we'll get you all up to date on that. And very interesting, I guess, ebbs and flows when it comes to the Blue Bombers and your Edmonton Elks. We'll get to that right after the break. First of all, it's the man with 2 last names, Brendan Eric. Take it away.
The Lock Shop.
This is going to start and end with the offensive line with Brady Oliveira. And the best case scenario for the Bombers is we get a little bit more traditional Blue Bomber football where they are running the football, they are moving the chains, they are winning time of possession. And that was something that Toronto did. They need to have long drives. They need to keep the Edmonton offense off the field.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
The second half is yours. Bring the energy and walk in your seat with our new 5-game season pass, because the best way to experience Elks football is being there when it happens. For every tackle, every catch, every touchdown. Plus, every pass comes with a $25 voucher, so you're covered before you even take your seat. Half season, full energy. Get your season pass at GoElks.com. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2 games, while the Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The opponents for all 4 matchups have yet to be announced. The Jays grab a series win against the Rays today, Toronto winning 5-1 there, but some bad news as Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. A couple games coming up include the Yankees in Baltimore to take on the Orioles. The Nats go up against the Rangers, and then the late one, Houston sees the Angels in town. And the CPKC Women's Open is underway here in Edmonton at the Royal Mayfair Golf Club. After day 1, 2 Canadians are tied for third at 5 under, with Yamashita setting the pace at 8 under par. The boys in hour 2 right now. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
Welcome back to Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. All of Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta. Visit www.playalberta.ca/EST for more details. You might like what you see there. Always great catching up with Elks players. In that case, it was David Beard joining us for the voices of the game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. A reminder, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hammer that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. Tell your friends. Tell everyone. You can communicate with yourself and others in the Nasty Chat, as well as the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. All right, coming up here in the second hour, we're going to talk about some Elks. I want to get into this rivalry between the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Edmonton Elks. At 4:20, we're going to discuss the Esties and what topic we are doing today.
Guest
that
of the
would
year.
be Guest of the Year. Now, this is non-recurring, okay?
So it can't be Mark Killam, who comes on every single Tuesday on the Reid Wilkins Show for the Mark Killam Show. Somebody who shows up.
Well, yeah, it's like a one-off here or there, like Colin Mockery.
Bang.
Bang. Yeah. All right, so we're going to discuss that at 4:20. Brendan Eric is going to attempt to complete the Rubik's Cube in 90 seconds or less. That's going to happen at 4:40. And then at the top of the hour, we've got Saints play-by-play, the voice of the New Orleans Saints, Mike Haas, joining us here on the show. All right, as mentioned prior to the break, this has been an interesting time in the Edmonton Elks, Winnipeg Blue Bombers history. Because historically, I mean, from 1990 to 2015, okay, that's 25 years. From 1990 to 2015, Winnipeg was 5-22-1 in Edmonton. Edmonton owned the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And then all of a sudden in 2019, that flipped. And if you can recall, the Bombers won 13 consecutive meetings. Wow. from 2019 to 2025 against the Edmonton, the Double E, we'll call them. 13 consecutive games, Coop.
Yeah, that team and the franchise at the time for the Elks was not very in their winning ways.
And you see, overall. I feel like this is where you can really, as an Elks fan, point to the foundation that's being and has been built here in Edmonton. The fact that the Edmonton Elks went out and got Chris Morris. They got Ed Hervey. They got their coach in Mark Killam. And it's not a revolving door. Okay? The Edmonton Elks are turning into what the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have been for the past several years. And that is a team of consistency. That is a team of similarities in the front office. A team that's not changing things in and out from year to year. In that period of 2019 to 25, Winnipeg became a powerhouse in the CFL. 5 Grey Cup appearances. They won 2 Grey Cups. And I feel like that's what Edmonton is becoming. So that's why I look at these games that they're having. And is this a bit of a changing of the guard in the CFL, in the entire CFL landscape? Is this a changing of the guard where the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are now on their way, maybe not directionally straight down, but I think they're on their way down.
Tapering off. You have an aging quarterback who is injured quite frequently. You have pieces, the driving pieces of your team that are also veterans that are closer to the end of their career than, the middle portion of it. They're in the twilight years of their career. You look at a Brady Oliveira and Nick Dembski and a Zach Kubusch, who I'm all referring to, who are the big players, the big key names on that team. Winnipeg sits 5-4 entering tomorrow's game, and they didn't have a great start to the season. The Edmonton Elks matched up against them in week 4 and won by 5, a 23-18 game, holding off Oliveira and Dembski, both under 100 yards in that game in that previous matchup. We saw Oliveira, 13 carries, had 77 rushing yards, and Dembski with 92 receiving. So they are still big driving points of this team, and they can still get it done. They still have that winning culture instilled within them.
Look at this from the Winnipeg's roster. I think Edmonton on their roster, the player with the longest tenure, let's see here. I believe it's Mark Cordy. Cody Fajardo, 9 years. Okay. David Beard, 10 years. Mark Cordy, 7 years. Okay, so that's the longest tenured players. The longest tenured player on the Edmonton Elks is the man that was just on our show, David Beard. He's been in the CFL for 10 years. If you look at Winnipeg's roster, Willie Jefferson, 12 years. Zach Kubusch, 14 years. Nick Dembski, 11 years. Sergio Castillo, 10 years. Kyrie Wilson, 9 years. Patrick Neufeld, 15 years. Stanley Bryant, 16 years. Jake Serezna, 8 years. Jonathan Moxey, 7 years. I mean, they've got players that have been around a long time. Tim White, 6 years. You look at this Elks roster.
They're young guns.
There's a lot of 3s and 2s on this roster in terms of CFL tenure.
Sure.
So that's what we're getting at. Is this is an older roster in Winnipeg that is coming up against an Edmonton organization and team that have found their way. That have found their way to getting through the dark period for the Double E. Last time they played, like Scoop said, it was 23-18 for Edmonton. Zach Kubusch is 15-8 versus the Edmonton Elks. And Brady Oliveira, usually presents a problem for Edmonton. Edmonton has fared worse against teams that have strong running attacks than they have teams that have strong passing attacks.
Yeah.
I mean, the time that they played Montreal, neither were functioning. Well, defensively, were functioning at a high level.
No.
But, I found it was interesting to see that this series had been earlier on dominated so much by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and that has since turned.
Yeah, it's always been a worry anytime that the Bombers and Elks were scheduled. It was, I guess, a gimme there for the Bombers. Even starting here. It was, the Blue Bombers are in town. Like
they were just, but see,
stat is against them. Always shadowing what the Elks were doing.
They were the team that had what the Elks wanted to become. They had the quarterback. They had the running back. They had the defensive stars. And it was consistent. Year over year, it was the same players that were there. It's not rocket science as to what helps you win in the CFL. Like, look at what Montreal's putting together. They've had consistency with their superstars. Sure, you can tweak pieces here and here, but the main pieces, they need to stay the same. Nick Dembski's been in Winnipeg his whole career. Zach Kubusch has been there a long time. Those are superstars on your team. You need to keep them together. As I was mentioning to David Beard, it's been 62 days. The Elks have played 10 games in 62 games. So that is a long time. That's 8 weeks and 5 days.
Right. Their bye week, they played, week 1? Had the bye week,
week 2.
And then played week 3 up until now, week 12, before having the week 13 bye.
Which is crazy.
That's a long stretch of games.
That's a long time. So you bet your bottom dollar. That's why, as you've heard from David Beard, as you heard earlier in the week from Mark Killam on the Mark Killam Show, is they are emptying the tank, so as to speak. Leave it all out on the field. You've got, I believe they've got double-digit days off, or almost 2 full weeks off before their next game. Huge break for the Elks. They need that. It's been a long time. As far as the depth chart goes leading into tomorrow's game, I don't see any differences or changes from last week.
No.
Okay.
Spot is empty.
What's that?
Roster changes in and out. Like, nobody's coming out of this lineup.
Well, Therese Reid is getting another start at halfback. So you mentioned that you liked the way he played last week. Cordell Jackson's still filling in at that strong side linebacker spot for Kenny Logan Jr. But to me, this is the most important piece again and again and again, is that the defensive line is going to put 10 people in the game. The defensive line is dressing 10 players. They've got 3-6 at defensive end, and they've got 4 players at tackle. Zach Kubusch is not going to kill you with moving outside of the pocket. You're not playing Vernon Adams Jr. You're not playing Nathan Rourke. You're not playing Trey Ford. You're playing Zach Kubusch. You need to get in the way of Zach Kubusch. You need to agitate Zach Kubusch. Get him off his mark. Get him off his timing. And this Elks defense has proven that they can do that. That's what David Beard said. When I asked him for the biggest similarity between this team this year and the 2015 Grey Cup team, what was his answer? Defense. Defense wins championships, folks. It's not a secret. And the Elks got themselves a really nice defense. Koob, what was the fun fact you found there about the last time? Because the Elks right now are 7-3.
Yes. And they have the opportunity to do something for the first time that they haven't since 2019, which is where you laid out this stat that they had against the Bombers, losing 13 straight in their meetings from 2019 to 2015. The Elks against the Bombers, losing to them. Now, as you mentioned, sit on 7 wins on the season. The season before that, went 7-11. Season before that, 7-11, and 2 back-to-back 4-14 seasons. Oof. For the first time since 2019, the Edmonton Elks have the opportunity to get 8 wins in a single season, which is the last time that they had made it to the playoffs as well.
Since 2019, the Elks have not won 8 or more games. And this is also, for those of you that have played along with Jay's Play of the Day, this is a big day. This is a big game tomorrow because prior to the year starting, the over-under for Elks wins this season was put at 7.5. I boosted that number, and tomorrow night it could happen. They could get their 8th win. I mean, talk about an all-time no-sweat bet. I mean, I'm not sweating about it. That's money in the bank. Of course they're going to get the 8 wins. It might happen as early as tomorrow night. I'm actually very confident in the Elks. I just the Elks to me seem like they're confident. Okay, yeah. The way that their players talk, the way their coaches talk, they're not worried, but they're taking it week by week.
Yeah, want to know every single week.
Want to know every week
is the mindset you need to have to be
and
a
they
winner.
Believe it.
Well, in the playoffs, you only get 1 game.
right? It's not just...
They're priming themselves for that.
Sure. It's not just, this is what we say in the... No, that is... You can tell. This team, they don't care what happened last week. They don't even know who they're playing after the bye week. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, maybe they do.
If they do, they don't care. They don't give a rat's ass.
No.
They don't care.
After it's said and
done.
Because
it doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is tomorrow night, 7:30, Commonwealth, where I think, I don't think there's going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like this is a game that is attainable for Edmonton to win. CFL games this year have been close in general, so I wouldn't expect much different tomorrow night. A reminder that tomorrow at 6:30, you're going to have the Commonwealth Stadium Recreation Center Green and Gold kickoff show with myself and Matthew Awanek coming to you live from Commonwealth Stadium. We'll get you going from 6:30 to 7:30, right till kickoff, and then post-game, right after the game, you can catch us right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. All right, let's do this. Had a little interesting conversation today with our friends down at Commonwealth Stadium.
Oh, did you now?
Have you heard who's coming to Commonwealth Stadium next Wednesday? That's August 26th. Have you heard who's coming?
Slingshots and pedals?
Oh, good guess. Good guess. Guns N' Roses, Coob.
Oh, I was close.
Guns N' Roses is coming to Commonwealth Stadium. We are going to be qualifying 2 people today, 2 people tomorrow, and 2 people on Monday for their chance to win a pair of tickets to Guns N' Roses at Commonwealth Stadium next Wednesday, August 26th. Okay? So the first 2 correct answers that are that are text in. It has to be text in. 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. If you can answer this question. First 2 correct answers, Coop. Before they settled on Guns N' Roses, what 2 band names did the founding members seriously consider? Okay? Before they settled on Guns N' Roses, what 2 band names did the founding members seriously consider? Text in your answers to 780-218-9999, and I will qualify 2 of you to win a pair of tickets to Guns N' Roses at Commonwealth Stadium next Wednesday, August 26th. All right, coming up after the break, Este's discussion. And then Brendan Eric tries to, on live podcast, radio, TV, YouTube, Brendan tries to do the Rubik's Cube. Brendan, take it away.
Muted. The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2 games, while the Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The opponents for all 4 matchups have yet to be announced. The Jays grabbed the series win against the Rays today, with Toronto winning 5-1, but some bad news as Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Other final scores from around the majors include the Braves shutting out the White Sox to rip. The Cards edged the Reds 10-9, while San Fran falls 5-2 to Cleveland. And in the CPKC Women's Open is underway here in Edmonton at the Royal Mayfair Golf Club. After day 1, 2 Canadians are tied for 3rd at 5 under, while Yamashita setting the pace at 8 under par. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area for over 30 years, Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. You get to do a Rubik's Cube after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually like lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Celebrate 50 years of the Toronto Blue Jays with Sentinel Storage. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Jays collection of memorabilia. Visit bluejays.com/Sentinel Storage contest to enter and see full contest rules. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Welcome back. It's the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Zach Kubusch. The one and only Koob. Senor Koob.
The Koobmeister.
Koobmeister.
Koobalicious.
Koobalicious.
Hawken Koob. Ice
No,
Koob.
stop. Nope. Mm-mm.
Why not?
Too far. And Brendan Eric behind the 1s and 2s. You had me until the one.
You don't like that one?
It's weird.
Hawken Loop scored 100 points for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, it's just a weird name.
It is an odd name.
All right, the qualifier or the qualifying question to qualify for Guns N' Roses tickets. So if you missed it earlier, we're qualifying 2 people today, 2 people tomorrow, and 2 people on Monday for a pair of tickets. We'll do the draw on Tuesday for a pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses. Welcome to the Jungle, coming to Commonwealth Stadium Wednesday, August 26th. The question was, before they settled on Guns N' Roses, what 2 band names did the founding members seriously consider? Were you able to find out the answer?
I did not find out the answer.
One of the names was AIDS.
Oh, you're telling me weird names? That's quite the.
I think it's a good thing
one.
that could have seriously hurt the band.
I think it would have.
One of the names was AIDS, and the other name was Heads of Amazon. So Heads of Amazon and AIDS were 2 of the names that they seriously considered. Congrats to Nolan from St. Albert and Scott on a hotel balcony in Beaumont. You've qualified.
Wow. I wonder if Nolan is in St. Albert right now and if Scott is on a balcony.
Well, we've learned that Scott does live on a hotel balcony in Beaumont.
There are no hotels.
So he must be there. He says he spent his early balcony days in Camrose. So he's kind of a resident expert of Camrose. Interesting. Fun fact. All right, congrats to you two. We will qualify 2 more people tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. And with that, it is time to get to the Estes. Koob, what the Estes for Mr. Mike's, presented by Mr. Mike's. This is happening on September 15th. Tuesday, September 15th at the Varscona Theater on White Ave. Tickets, unfortunately, are sold out. I'm not sure if there's a win to get in coming later. I really don't know. But thank you for Mr. Mike's for presenting the Estes. Wednesday's just got a little saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to close. Get 10 wings for just $10 or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. Dine in only, Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
It is the Guest of the Year
Of the Year, you say?
Non-recurring. So it cannot be somebody who comes on weekly, who has came on 10 different times or whatever throughout the Estes season, I guess. Whatever after the Estes wraps up. So a new year would start, I guess, September 16th for the next year of the Estes. But there's a few banger names in this one. And if a guest that we've had on has stuck out to you, please let us know. On the list, Brent Myers. He's been on the Reid Wilkins show once before.
Brent
He's
Myers
been in studio
great.
on the Hangout. Some great stories. Read his book, Painkiller, as well. Simone Lawrence, CFL legend, has been on EST Afternoons, I think, a couple of times. So this fits in that category. Darren Balming, he was on just the other day, I believe, on EST Afternoons as well. But he talked about the CFL rule changes, which stuck out to some. Whoever put this in the Estes folder. Got tons of other names as well. Ken Reid, Jay Onright. He's in there twice, actually. Tim McAuliffe was
Tim
on
McAuliffe
as well.
was awesome.
He
was the host of University Rush. That was a football program that was on the Score in my days when the Score covered, it would have been at that point, CIS football, university football in Canada. And Tim McAuliffe did a great job on University Rush. I love Tim McAuliffe.
He did a great job, man, and I absolutely loved that segment when he was on the Reid Wilkins.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Who else is on? I'm just trying to think. Like Colin Mockery, he's on there?
He would be. He is. Yeah. Shaq, he was a guest, technically, right? We had the interview.
I mean, if Shaq's in that category, Shaq wins. Now, Shaq...
He is eligible for it. He was a guest, right?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, let's put it out there. Was Shaq a guest? So here's for those of you that may not recall, we went to the Edmonton Convention Center. Shaq was partnered or had partnered or is partnered with the Brick for his line of Shaqopedic furniture. It's essentially massive furniture. And he was available to sports media and media in Edmonton. We went down there and Reid had a 10-minute one-on-one interview with Shaquille O'Neal. Now, to me, I don't know if that counts. Like, was he a guest of our show, or were we a guest of his availability?
Yeah, that's gray area. It's on the list. We'll have to see how it shakes loose. There are so many other names, though, that I would put over Shaq. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Everett Fitzhugh, always a great time. Davis Alexander was on the show as well. A time ago, we had Nick Hamilton, who covers the LA Rams. He was just a great guy hopping on, personable, very insightful. Mick Kern has been on a handful of times. Dwayne Rollison, Rolly the goalie being on.
Good one.
Mark Letestu, Cody Fajardo. Can't forget him. Can't forget Andrew Hustler Patterson as well from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Corey Lavalette during the Hurricanes run. And James Duthie, Bob Weeks, Luke Smith, who was an F1 guest, and the Macho Manitoban.
Macho Manitoban should be up there.
A one-off, completely. And the what? No way. That guy was on too.
Yeah, he could be on there.
Well, not guy. I don't remember his proper name, but Beer of the Week once. And I'd put Jay Retcher on there, who joined us yesterday.
Yeah, he
I
was
would put
great.
him up for Guest of the Year.
He was fantastic.
More names, the better in that list. But
so Shaq, the looks like they're in agreement with kind of what I was saying. Like, we were guests of Shaq. Shaq wasn't necessarily a guest of EST. So I wouldn't put Shaq on that list, but as Big Uke suggested, maybe Shaq could go up for guest of the year or sorry, moment of the year.
Perhaps.
I mean, Shaq is a global superstar.
Now that this is where there's differences
Is Shaq
though in the
biggest
understanding.
superstar that has ever graced EST's airwaves? Like who would even come close?
It'd be Shaq. I mean, Craig McTavish, pretty big locally. Well, yeah, but
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
No, you're not.
Locally.
I didn't say locally, Coob. I said globally. Quite explicitly.
Okay. Well, it would be him. It would be Shaq.
I thought you...
No.
Do you think Craig McTavish?
I'm coming up with other names, man. I'm trying to be the devil's advocate
But Colin Mockery moves the needle more than Craig McTavish. I think.
It was cool to have him in. Yeah.
Colin Mockery?
Yeah.
Or Craig McTavish.
Craig McTavish was cooler in my
Yeah, Craig McTavish is a huge like hometown thing, but Colin Mockery's big.
I mean, J.R. Onright's a big deal. Luke Gazik is pretty big.
Jay
I know
Onright,
globally, though.
Jay Onright, like Canadian-wise, is a massive deal.
Yeah. Glenn Suter, can't forget him.
Suits, Ken Reid.
Yes.
Ken Reid's awesome.
Jordan Baker,
Mr. Everything with the Edmonton Stingers. Yeah, fun. That's exciting.
Now, this is my question, though. Would it be moment of the year? I for Shaq, I don't think it would qualify in that. From my understanding of what the moment of the year would be, because it didn't. I guess we did have him on. We have the sound bit and everything like that, but the moment didn't happen during the show. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a moment of the year. We had
well, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll
it was
have
a big
to,
deal for us.
We'll have to discuss that when we get to moment of the year.
Yeah, something to dust off, I guess.
When is moment of the year?
Moment of the year is down the list.
Yeah, it's September 2nd. We're going to talk about that.
And we're doing this until September 4th. Every single day.
I think Colin Mockery's got a shot at being guest of the year. Now, he didn't win guest of the year last year.
Nope.
Who won guest of the year last year?
I don't recall. I do not remember who won guest of the year last year.
Was it Ashley Collingbull? She won an Esty.
I think she did. Yeah, she was at the event.
I can't believe she came to the event. Like
that was pretty big.
Miss Universe showing up to the Esties. Okay.
Well, we also have the hangout.
Like we get some real weird things that happen here at EST.
We're very lucky with some of the guests that we've had.
Yes, I would say. Well, just to tease our guest that's coming up at 5:00. I mean, we were sitting around looking for a New Orleans Saints guest, and he's like, "Well, I'm just gonna text a play-by-play voice of the New Orleans Saints," and it's like, okay, like good luck, because they're busy. These guys, and it's like, okay, what does he have to do or want to do with anything from Edmonton? Like, maybe you'd go to like the podcast guy, and sure enough, 5 minutes later, yeah, I'm available from this time to this time. I'm like, Coob, you did it. Great
Come on,
get, Coob.
Well, I mean, why? I know we can't text all day and try and book these guests all day, but I use this actually analogy with Brendan with the Rubik's Cube. Like you could solve a Rubik's Cube pretty quick. This happened in the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. There's a scene where he goes to the top of the list rather than going up 1, 2, 3 all the way up to 20. Why not start at the top, man?
Why not?
You see a name that catches your eye, I'll try it. But most of the time, that doesn't happen. Looking forward to that, though, at 5:00.
Tab says, most enjoyable interview as a listener were the 2 refs from the World Cup. You got to put that on that list. Now,
that's also up for segment of the year.
Is it?
I believe. Who are the two
ref week should be
refs?
up for segment of the year.
Yeah,
because guest of the year, I don't know.
Sometimes we forget to put certain things.
But all of Ref Week should go up because that was phenomenal.
That is a segment, and now it's up. Before that, I actually don't think it was on here before, so good catch.
Seriously? Oh, that's
Ref Week. Well, goes
Ref Week
under the
Part
radar.
2. I mean, we had Rob Skaggs, CFL, like I think the second longest tenured ref in the CFL. Bud Steen, retired CFL, I would say referee legend. Obviously, the two FIFA refs. We had a slow pitch ref who was fascinating. We had Perry.
I don't think I was working that week. I don't remember who's on at that time. But it even got extended. It wasn't just 1 week. It was so good that you guys had to keep it going.
Very soul-tart.
Correct.
Basketball ref, FIBA ref.
I mean, even some of the ones during episode of the year, there has been Stan Bowman on the show.
Vincenzo says the linebacker you guys had from the Wildcats last week was good. You guys had a linebacker on from the Wildcats?
I don't recall. I only take it one day at a time. I'm 1-0 this week.
We did.
Who?
I forget his name.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to rattle that off right now.
Right.
Holy smokes. Good job.
Yeah.
And we can go find that probably.
I'm gonna have to go listen to that. I was probably too busy soaking up the rays on the beach. All right, the Blue Jays. 5-1 win over Tampa Bay. Huge win. They are hot. They continue to be the hottest team in the American League. I mentioned it yesterday. They were 3-12 versus Tampa Bay in Texas. That's their nemesis. Now they're 4-12. They've still got a series coming up with Texas where they can hopefully rectify that. I mean, if they can get that record to 500, that would be, I think, a big, well, I guess they can't get to 500, but they can take as much of a bite out of it as possible because Tampa Bay and Texas have owned the Blue Jays this year. Weekend series starting tomorrow in New York. Massive series. I mean, if you can do 2 out of 3 in that series, that greatly increases your chances or helps you out. I mean, you're getting down to the nitty-gritty. There's soon to be under 30 games left in this season. I mean, every game is a playoff game. I know we were all watching that game in the bullpen. It seemed, it felt, it looked like a playoff game.
Well, entering that game too, since July 22nd, the Blue Jays were 10-0 following losses. So now they're 11-0. They get it done. Continuing to win here. Bats are going.
I mean, they're scoring runs, which this team has had a hard time doing. And they're doing it against good teams. I mean, they got their bats going here in this series against Tampa Bay. That's hard to do with one of the best, most elite pitching staffs in the majors. Now, here's the interesting part is that Vladimir Guerrero has been cleared of concussion protocol. So it looks as though he will be available, possibly TBD, bruh, for this series coming up against New York, which is huge. But then, as you've been saying in your sports updates today, Brendan, what happened?
Jimenez. Smell you, buddy. Hopefully that one's not serious.
Well, hamstrings stink.
That leaves quite the hole in your infield.
Look at the Edmonton Elks. Look what's happened to Joe Robustelli. Joe Robustelli hurt his hamstring in the preseason game against British Columbia.
Yeah.
In the preseason game. You know, that's 12 weeks ago. 13 weeks ago. He's still not cleared to practice because he's re-aggravated it.
Has he? He was limited at a time, but then
this close, and then
he participated. I think 3 days during a week lead up to a game, and then was still ruled out because of the hamstring that just keeps you nagging, right? Though for Vladdy, he's going to make a rehab appearance with Dundon. So coming back slowly, you have to do certain MLB protocols to get back into the regular routine.
Oh, Dunedin, sorry.
Okay. What does it say? Dundon
Miffler.
Dundon Miffler, yeah.
Great paper company. Mm-hmm. All right, we've got to get out. Coming up next, this is what we've all been waiting for. Brendan Eric, what do you call yourself? The cube?
Sure.
Well, we've got the cube and the cube.
I was just going to say.
Yeah. Coming up, Brendan Eric is going to set an EST record. Because I don't believe anybody else has done it.
No.
It is certainly not on air. He's going to attempt to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 90 seconds. Cube, during the break, you're going to get that poll up. Can you do that?
Yep.
So we're going to put a poll in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, hammer that thumbs up. It's going to be a simple yes or no. Will Brendan Eric complete the Rubik's Cube in 90 seconds or less? Yes? No? Let's see what the vote says, and we'll hear from all of you, and we'll watch Brendan Eric make history right here on Edmonton Sports Talk after the break. Brendan, take it away.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2, while the Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The Jays grabbed a series win against the Rays today, with Toronto winning that one 5-1. But some bad news as Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Other final scores from around the majors include the Braves shutting out the White Sox, the Brewers took one against the Mariners 7-4, and the Royals got by the Athletics 6-2. A couple games coming up include the Yankees taking on the Orioles. That one is delayed. First pitch set for 6 minutes ago. The Nats are up against the Rangers, and the late game is in Houston with the Angels in town. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. This time, I get to solve a Rubik's Cube next. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I always tell myself now, and I think it's starting to really show in my game. I just, nice and easy. I say that, nice and easy swing trip. Just nice and easy.
What it has to be.
Yeah, nice and easy. Like,
You
play
sound
it
like
safe. It's funny when I say that, and then I just completely shake it. Then I really sound like happy. God damn. You know, beep, beep, beep.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Wednesdays just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday from 4 p.m. till close. Get 10 wings for just $10, or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. Wash it all down with $7 steins of Antler Ale or Bighorn Lager, because wings were never meant to fly solo. Add fries, onion rings, or lodge chips for $4.99, because wings deserve a wingman. Great wings, cold beer, Wednesdays done right. Dine in only at participating Mr. Mike's locations. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The second half is yours. Bring the energy and lock in your seat with our new 5-game season pass, because the best way to experience Elks football is being there when it happens. For every tackle, every catch, every touchdown. Plus, every pass comes with a $25 voucher, so you're covered before you even take your seat. Half season, full energy. Get your season pass at goelks.com. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Jay Milne. I'm joined by guest co-host Zach Kubusch. Not to fear, Reid is off this week, and next he will be back. What would that put us at here?
For his return?
August 31st, the return of Reid Wilkins. I know you're all waiting with bated breath. The River Cree Resort and Casino inbox 780-218-9999. Sean says, I think the Elks and Jays are just utilizing the LTIR for Robustelli and Vladdy. Then they'll make deep playoff runs. He adds, is it hockey season yet? I hear you, Sean. I hear you. Dolphin Nation says he will compete it in 90 seconds. What we're talking about here is Brendan Eric's chance to set a new EST world record for solving the Rubik's Cube. Dolphin Nation feels you'll do it. He says he will complete it in 90 seconds. My son entered a competition and he can do it in 30 seconds.
Wow. 30 seconds? Seriously?
Oh, he does add, if a record is set, we will come in and break it.
Oh,
I like it.
There we go. It's the competition. Well, even in the YouTube chat, people are in support of one Brendan Eric. 85% of those voting on the Nasty chat will Brendan Eric solve the Rubik's Cube in under 90 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Pressure, hey?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
young man,
No
why don't
pressure.
you head over here? This will be buying or selling for Damon Bunting, who has been a consistent top producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. And with that, we bring in our good friend, our technical producer, Brendan Eric. There we go. Brendan Eric, welcome to the program. Nice to have you in between us here.
Feels weird.
Does feel weird. I feel
Very
quite
tight.
awkward right now, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to get through this one way or another. So when did you first discover the Rubik's Cube?
Discover?
Yeah, like when did you get into
Start
the
playing
Rubik's?
with it? 13, probably, half my life ago.
Did you get it for like a birthday gift, a Christmas present? How did you stumble across the Rubik's Cube?
All three of my brothers actually was part of a Christmas gift, and we all got cubes, and we all kind of learned it together as a fun little group project.
Now, can any of your brothers do it?
Absolutely, all three of them. Well, I've kept up with it a little bit better than they have, but yes, I would venture to guess that all three of us can do it.
So, did you guys challenge each other once you guys got it to be the first ones to solve it? Like first one in the family to get it?
Probably. I can't really say I remember. I think I was probably the last one to,
don't look.
to grab it. Oh,
He's
sorry.
mixing it around. Well,
I'm screwing this thing up real good.
He is. So, were you another, like, you look at any other puzzle techniques, or is it only the Rubik's Cube that stands out to you? Because this is like a hidden talent.
I do a Sudoku every day. Does that count for anything?
You do a Sudoku every day?
Every day for like the last 3-4 years.
Wow.
So are you like a brain guy, like a big brain guy? I mean, we all use our brains, but do you use it on a higher level than most?
How much room
probably
that
not.
brain got?
No, I can't. Probably not. No, it's average brain.
Okay.
I would say above average.
Oh, thank you.
So are these hard Sudokus or like, because they're levels, right?
Expert level. I don't.
Really?
Yeah. It's the app though. I imagine there's harder Sudokus.
Can you bring one in tomorrow and me and you will do one? Actually, no, we won't. I don't.
We don't have time for that. Come on, Jay. We got a
Trying to
plan for the show.
Babysit Coob over here in the boardroom, and
it's a full-time job in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to lock the door and crack the window, leave some
I got
water.
big meetings tomorrow. You know, I this is my only job here at EST. I got things to do, people to see, babies to kiss.
So, did you watch a YouTube video when you stumbled across, like, wanting to, solve this Rubik's Cube that you've done it in or over or under 90 seconds?
YouTube had a big part in it for sure. And, a lot of patience and a lot of trying. There was, it could happen today. Some wrong moves happen and, it knocks everything out of whack. I will never, ever be able to do it in 30 seconds. I'll never be able to do it in 40 seconds probably, but we have cracked a minute before. Those are rare.
Yeah.
Never say
That's
never.
a great day.
Don't say
Right.
Don't say I'll never be able to.
No. So Brendan Eric, or Rubik's Cube solver the cube, I guess, around here, fascinated me. I've seen it happen once before. So you discovered it at 13 years old. Do you remember the first time that you had solved one? Like, how did that feel?
Good. I don't know. I can't.
Just full interview process here.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? 60 minutes, Scoob?
I don't know. I'm actually very enthralled by this.
I don't know. It was cool.
Brendan,
for
what
sure.
emotions
I'm just jealous.
do you feel when you have the Rubik's Cube in your hand?
I don't want to answer that.
Oh,
It's
is that not for air?
not for air. Dirty things.
Can you relate your relationship with the Rubik's Cube to your younger days, possibly? Of a traumatic experience?
No. All of it very pleasurable.
Okay, I've mixed this thing up.
I'll get a timer here.
Okay.
Hands are...
Tubes on the timer. Are you sweating?
So it's becoming very real.
Yeah, it is becoming very real.
Okay, I reset my stopwatch on my phone. It is not a watch.
There's no pressure, but all of Camrose is depending on you.
Oh, yeah. Make or break on this one here.
Okay, so do I have to hide it behind my back and hand it to you and say go?
Sure, however you
I don't know where we're doing it. Yeah, let's do it that way.
You press a button.
Okay. Well, he has to get it in his hand for the clock to start.
I don't get a look at it?
You don't. What are the rules?
Oh, right. So speed running. Sometimes
speed running they do it, but they do it completely different than I do.
Okay, so I said it in front of you. You get to study it for how many seconds?
10 seconds.
However long you like.
10 seconds.
You make
10 seconds.
Okay, I'll time the 10 seconds. Say and then reset, and you're gonna start immediately.
All right, ready?
Does that make sense?
Go.
Are you gonna take it back?
10 seconds.
No.
Tell him when his 10 seconds is up.
Okay. You're good?
Go.
Start.
Brendan Eric here to set the Edmonton Sports Talk record of solving a Rubik's Cube.
10 seconds in, no pressure at all.
Not yet.
How we feeling, Brendan? Have you found it?
Well, the pattern's
I don't know if you ever really find it. It finds you, you know?
Oh, things are starting to happen.
Yeah. Do you usually talk through solving a Rubik's Cube?
No, normally quiet. This is a little different than normal, but hey.
Okay, we'll shut
for
up.
you guys,
Shut up.
That makes for bad radio, doesn't it?
What's the time at, Coop?
35 seconds, just over. Closer to 40 here with Brendan Eric, producer. Today at the Reid Wilkins Show, trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 90 seconds that we found is his hidden talent here at EST. I don't know if you solve one side and then go and solve the other. I've tried to solve Rubik's Cubes plenty of times, and I've seen videos, and he is cracking this. Just the 1 minute mark here. Under 30 seconds to go, about 25. Pressure's starting to build. It's not a good sound from Brendan Eric.
Oh, we're not getting it, man.
Under 20.
No,
he's very close.
Coop.
I seemingly forgot how to do this, boys.
Oh, no.
This is bad news. Oh, this is really bad news. It's not happening.
3, 2,
cracked me.
1.
Oh my gosh.
130. Over 130.
Pressure cracked me, boys.
No.
We were doing so well.
Okay. All right. Well, would you like a shot at redemption? Like now? Or is your brain, do you need time to just reflect, look back, or do you want to get back on the horse? It's up to you.
Well, I got to this point and it just, everything left my brain.
It was
muscle
looking
memory
good.
Just left.
It was looking good. Now, did Coob talking the entire time distract you?
Probably not. I can't blame it on Coob. It's my own abilities here.
No, I mean, it was a great out to try and blame somebody, but
no, I got big
nice.
shoulders. I can take the blame.
So what say you? Do you want me to mix it up and give it a go?
I don't know if I'm going to get by this point again.
You'll get to that point?
I'll get to this point and now seemingly gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just keep trying then. Let's see if we can do it together.
Do it together. See, and I feel like I need to do this, but it's not making it happen.
Oh.
You know?
So are you missing...
The math ain't mathing.
Are you missing Are you missing a step?
I might be missing a step, and I bet you it's this one. Because now she's back.
Oh. Because technically you solved the cube in there.
And it's
now he's got
over.
It. Now he's got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just
now
muscle
he's
memory's
got
back.
It.
Yeah, it's...
Holy smokes.
This is spectacular.
Well, this is still...
He solved it! Look at this!
Well...
Do you see that? He solved it.
It's such an easy step, and it just... Yeah, the lights got bright. Never been a big game player.
So, do you think if, we gave you 24 hours, do you think if we gave you 24 minutes, like what's the next attempt? Because, Brandon, I got news for you. We're going to attempt this again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be on air.
Yep.
What do you feel like? What
Let's do it right now.
Right now?
Let's do it right now.
What What a gamer.
Yeah.
This is big time. Okay, so I got to mix it up. Because we got, all right, we're good.
Well,
We're
okay,
good.
while you're mixing it up there, I know we have various plays on Play Alberta. PlayAlberta.ca/sports here under EST specials. I have 2 plays of my own that we were able to fit in. The coup was able to send those in. I have a Travis Tice tramples. That game goes tonight. Red Blacks, Alouettes, Tice over 76
because we got our
yards
guest coming
rushing.
up.
Yep, Tice anytime touchdown. Alouettes minus 10.5 on the spread. Then Kubusch Crystal Ball, BC Lions, Alouettes and Elks all on money line.
Kubusch Crystal Ball.
Yep,
I like that. So those are
check
up
that
on
out.
Play Alberta.
Yep, plus 210 for Kubusch Crystal Ball and plus 275 for the other bet.
Good
I
numbers.
really like that.
Good
Solid numbers.
Okay, are we ready? Do you got the clock? So we're gonna give him 10 seconds.
No talkie. Yeah, 10 seconds. He didn't even need 10 seconds.
I'll quietly for the people on the audio stream.
Very
I'll
essentially.
go over here and keep it quiet.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Okay, clock starts. You got 10 seconds to look at this puppy.
Brendan is examining the Rubik's Cube.
He seems to be ready. Your time starts now.
Doing it. Seems to be confident. Brendan Eric, producer extraordinaire at Edmonton Sportstock, looking to set the world record
Camrose
for
zone.
Rubik's Cube. Oh no, get through it, Brendan.
All of Camrose is on his shoulders.
No, you got it, Brendan. You got it. There, he's got
Don't
it.
worry.
He's got it.
There's not where they're supposed
This math is mathing on this one.
Just eclipsing 30 seconds.
Just eclipsing 30 seconds. This might be a PB for Brendan. Yeah, he's got it. He's looking confident. Things are flicking. Those little hands are working like machines.
The technique, the sharpness. He's trained for this moment.
He's lived his whole life for this moment. Brendan Eric.
At the 1 minute
Discovered
mark.
something. Discovered something.
Seems to be adjusting.
Fingers are flying. Fingers are flying.
Where are we sitting?
105, 110, 110.
Oh, boy.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
We're going to smash 130.
Oh, he's calling his shots.
Come on.
Brendan,
120. I reset it, but 120. Hey, there we go.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
Solid.
Thanks. I appreciate the
Was
retry.
it easier with the quietness, I think?
Yeah, maybe a little easier, but the ASMR was almost comical. I'm really glad I didn't bring my headphones. I'll tell you that for free.
What do you mean? What do you mean the ESMR?
ASMR.
ASMR. This?
Your guys' little, I don't know. It's a thing.
Golf voices? Yes. Your hands were flying. Your hands were flying. Big Uke says, see what happens when a guy can focus. I think there was a lot of, people concerned about the amount of noise that was created during the first go around, myself included.
Okay.
But Brendan proved that with the right, where are you going? He's ready.
Smart.
Yeah, you better let
I
our
can
guest
run
in.
away.
All right, Brendan, this
thanks
was
for having me at the
fantastic.
big desk, boys.
Yeah, this was great. Well done. That was Brendan Eric, extraordinaire, producer extraordinaire. Set the world record at Edmonton Sports Talk for what, a minute 20 cube?
Yeah. Just about minute 21.
I think I'm going to cut that and put that up tonight as our clip. So
come on.
Congrats, Brendan Eric. That was fantastic. All right, we've got to get out because coming up, we are going to be joined on the Oil Country Towing video hotline by the voice of the New Orleans Saints. That's right, Saints play-by-play. Mike Haas will be joining us right after the break. But first, we're going to hear from our partners and then Brendan Eric with the sports update.
Two guys and a goalie.
By trading Nurse and bringing in Shea and Mukmadulin, did Bowman meaningfully improve the blue line? 39.9% of people say yes, 21.8% of people say no, and 38.3% of people said maybe.
Okay, so it's close. It's not that long.
It's close between maybe and yes.
The potential is there for it to be better, sure.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Celebrate 50 years of the Toronto Blue Jays with Sentinel Storage. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Jays collection of memorabilia. Visit bluejays.com/Sentinel Storage contest to enter and see full contest rules. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits. Lori Morgan live at the River Cree September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Back to school? Really?
Yay! Really. As things settle back into a school routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
The NHL season has a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2 games, while the Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The Jays grabbed a series win against the Rays today, with Toronto winning that one 5-1. But some bad news is Andres Menez left the game with a lower body injury. Other final scores around the majors include the Braves shutting out the White Sox 2-0. The Brewers took one against the Mariners 7-4, and the Royals got by the Athletics 6-2. And a couple games coming up include the Yankees taking on the Orioles. That one delayed last time I looked. The Nats are up against the Rangers, and in the late game, Houston with the Angels in town. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show coming up. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Zachary Kubusch, right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. A reminder, we are coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio, and that all of Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by our good friends over at Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST for more details. All right, with that, we're going to head over to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088. And with that, we are pleased to be joined by the voice of the New Orleans Saints, the voice of play-by-play on WWL AM 870 and FM 105.3, Mike Haas. Mike, welcome to the show. You got Jay Milne here and Zachary Kubusch. How you doing?
I am doing well. It's not my first time talking in Canada, but it's been a while. My wife used to be Canadian, became an American citizen last year, but she's from Ontario, the Toronto, Hamilton side. So, but I'm well. Good to talk to you guys.
Well, it's very nice to talk to you. We just had our producer, the segment prior to you, come on, and he was sitting at our desk here. He had a hidden talent that he could solve a Rubik's Cube. He did it in 1 minute and 20 seconds live on air. Mike Haas, what hidden talents do you have?
I'm not going to do it. Let's be clear.
Okay, this is good.
Where am I? I can juggle.
Oh, you had that ready?
Even brought the balls with me. Just I'm in a hotel by myself for a week. And so like 2 years ago, I told my wife of 31 years ago, you know what? I'm going to up my juggling game. She was like, yeah, whatever, dude. And I have. I've been working on the pins, the bowling pins.
Yes,
so I've got to 2. I haven't gotten to 3 yet. But yeah, I like to juggle. And Rubik's Cube, I just take them apart and put them back together. That's the way to do it.
I was saying I usually just take the stickers off. But I before we get to the New Orleans Saints, we I want to get to know you a bit more, of course, Mike. But when did you get to find that you love juggling? Like, where did that come from? Was that from a younger age?
Yeah, it was just something as a kid. I just, I could do it maybe as a teenager and learned that you could actually teach yourself. And this is long before YouTube. Like you had to have somebody teach you a little bit, but you could do 2 and then 2 to 3. And I've been doing it since I was in high school. And yeah, it's kind of relaxing. It's a hand-eye coordination kind of thing. But the whole up the juggling game with the pins, that was more recent. And that's a bit of a struggle, but it's fun. I've gotten to 2, just haven't gotten to 3 yet.
Wow. Well, that's a great thing to pass the time for sure. If you're in a hotel room, you just bring your bowling pins and your juggling balls, right. And next thing you'll graduate, you'll be traveling around with chainsaws.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. And don't feel too bad for me. I can't open the window because it would be too bright, but outside is we're in Marina Del Rey. It's like 71 degrees in the Pacific Ocean. So don't feel too bad for me.
Okay. We hear you. Well, yeah, I figured you would be down in California as the team was there, and we'll get to something from training camp recently here. But Mike, just for us and our listeners to get to know you a bit more, you've been the voice of the New Orleans Saints since 2021. But what did you do before that? Like, what led to you to have the experience to get what you called? I read an article from when you were hired, and you named this your dream job.
Well, yeah, and I'm from Virginia, and so originally back in those days, I'm old school. You either went the kind of local television route or you kind of went the play-by-play route. I did some college work. I went the local TV route and spent 40 years in local television, 30 of which in WWL TV in New Orleans. The play-by-play guy for the Saints was Jim Henderson, did it for decades. He was a legendary, the best. He was my boss. He retired in 2017, and I had tried to get the job, didn't get it. The station went with Zach Kubusch, who then 3 years later decided to go into coaching. And so I was just in the right place at the right time in 2021. And I'm quite positive I was the oldest rookie in NFL play-by-play broadcasting history to get a bite at the apple at that age. So it's been a blast. I'm entering year 6. I'm with Deuce McAllister, Ole Miss Saints legend, and we have a blast. So it's been fun. But this was the most atypical route to the greatest job ever. There's only 32 of them, and I fell ass backwards right into it.
Well, yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's quite a story. And to get into the Saints, another story that came out of now. The Saints are practicing in Oxnard this week. Is that correct?
Well, they came to California. They practiced in Oxnard, California. We're basically L.A. L.A.'s too big, but it's just a big place. So they practiced against the Cowboys Tuesday in Oxnard, California, which I'm sure you've heard about.
Well, okay, that's where I was going with this because you've been around football a long time, and so have I. And it seems like every time they have these joint practices, maybe not every time, but a good portion of them, something like what happens with the Saints and the Cowboys breaks out, a brawl. I mean, this is in the throes of training camp. Like, what do you think? What are your thoughts on these joint training camp practices, Mike?
The joint practices typically are awesome. This was such an aberration. I mean, it was like the teams came in with road rage. Like they came off the highway and were just hacked. I've never seen anything like it. I've been doing this 40 years. I thought they were going to call it at some point. It was just, we're not getting anything done. Play, brawl, play, battle royale, play, brawl. You couldn't get anything done. Both teams were fined $500,000 today. So we had a joint practice with Jacksonville on last Thursday. One minor altercation. Today with the Rams, 0. Dallas practiced with the Rams last week here in Woodland Hills, not far, 0. So I don't know. It was something in the air Tuesday in Oxnard, and fans were there, and it was amped up, and 1 became 2, and 2 became 5. And I was only on one field. I was just watching the Saints offense against the Dallas defense. So I only saw half of it. But it was a waste. But that, I would say, that is not the way they've been. The joint practices have been awesome because you can play your starters. They can't hit the quarterback. You get a ton of work done. And now we have a preseason game with the Rams Saturday, and it's going to be the backups. You're not playing the starters because you played your starters today.
Yeah, that's good to hear because, unfortunately on X and whatnot and what you can gather, you just see the big blowouts that happen. And that certainly was one that happened at Oxnard. But moving on to, I would say that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but is the number one storyline in training camp and with the New Orleans Saints faithful, the QB position with Tyler Shuck, like, is he number one? Is he ready to be number one in your opinion, Mike?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's earned it. Let's put it that way. He came in at the end of last year, played the final 9, and he had 0 weapons. And I don't mean like not great, 0. Won 4 in a row, won 4 of his last 5, had a complete offseason. They've surrounded him with a ton of people now. Unfortunately, Jordan Tyson's hurt. They've had some injuries. I mean, it's been a brutal stretch when you have a joint practice with Jacksonville preseason game, joint practice with Dallas, joint practice with the Rams preseason game. That's 5 events in 10 days of pretty physical stuff. But no, he's the guy. He's had an off season. They hung out with the receivers, went to San Diego with Drew Brees. They've done a lot of stuff where they just have been together. So when he came into OTAs and minicamp, he was the guy. He's proven it on the field, his leadership ability, his maturity. But to me, I feel like there's been too much on his shoulders. Like I don't want Tyler Shuck to have this amazing second-year jump. I want him to hand the ball off to Travis Etienne and Kendre Miller and Alvin Kamara when he's healthy. Like, listen, I want some pressure off of this guy. I don't want him throwing the ball 30 times a game. I don't want him going and running a ton. He's still a second-year guy with 9 games under his belt. He's the hope, but he's not the answer alone. And that's the key, is that they had no running game last year, 31st in the NFL. They've got to be able to run the ball some to take some pressure off of him, because guess what? In those 9 games, all the teams now have film on Tyler Shuck. They know what he can do, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. So I want him to have a good year, but I don't want it to be on his shoulders.
Mike Haas, play-by-play voice for the New Orleans Saints, radio play-by-play voice here, joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. You did allude to some of the injuries, and now I want to highlight one, Alvin Kamara being out for about a month there. What's a hierarchy look like in the running back room with him out for some time?
Well, it's Travis Etienne's room. Let's be clear about that. When Alvin re-signed, it was with the foundation that, hey, you're gonna be not a role player. Alvin's still got some gas in the tank. He can do a lot of things, as a receiver. Having those 2 guys in the backfield at the same time, to me, is intriguing as heck. But it's Travis's room, and so Alvin's situation, I think he'll be back by the start of the regular season. The real key has been behind him, Kendre Miller, a 2023 draft pick, and Devin Neal, a 2025 draft pick, who you've really kind of been counting on, but they've been banged up. And then Audric Estime got hurt in preseason game 1. So you've had these 3 guys. Kendre Miller has been kind of an injury prone. coming out of TCU. So the room itself, if you told me if I had Travis and Alvin, I'm okay. But it's really trying to find the Audric Estime, Kendre Miller, Devin Neal, and we're going to find out a lot coming up Saturday with Kendre and Devin. Alvin's going to be fine. I think he'll be back by the start of the regular season, if not very close to it. And having those two guys in the backfield can create some problems. Before, it's been Alvin. You had to stop Alvin. You had to stop Alvin. You had to stop Juwan Johnson, and you had to stop Chris Olave. If you did those three things, you could stop the Saints offense. And now you can't say that. That's a much different offense.
So who would be the guy, the wide receiver placed in behind a Chris Olave? Because I have to be clear with you. I'm just going to be frank. Sunday, I have my fantasy draft. And, you highlight certain players and things like that. But who would be the number two behind Olave there?
Well, we're going to take Jordan Tyson out of the mix right now at this juncture because he's a rookie and he's hurt. So I would go Devon Vele out of, they got him from Denver last year. He didn't play a lot, but he's in his third year. He's a big guy to me. And then there are two rookies, Bryce Lance, whom they drafted in the fourth round, and Barryon Brown, who they thought was going to be a return specialist. He's been pretty tough as a wide receiver. So I feel like the room itself, Bub Means, Mason Tipton's been hurt, Kevin Austin, from Trey Palmer from Tampa Bay, from a numbers standpoint, I don't think it's the problem. I think it's about who's one, who's two, who's three, who's four. Then there's a mix in there from 5 on. And so, but until you get Jordan back, it's a different ballgame. It's going to be Vele, Bub Means, Bryce Lance, Barryon Brown, Ronnie Bell's there, but Trey Palmer, has the experience. So they're solid there, but until you get Jordan back, I mean, he's a shot to the room.
Mike Haas, radio play-by-play voice of the New Orleans Saints, joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. This defense, I mean, if let's say Tyler Shuck in this offense does struggle out of the gate, or they take a little while to find their footing, given injuries and certain players out of the lineup, is this defense good enough to carry them through that? And then is this defense good enough to carry them to a better record than last year?
A better record than last year, yes. I think it's a better defense, and Mickey Loomis, general manager, said it day one. We have to have some young players make major steps this year. It's just a fact. Kool-Aid McKinstry's in his third year. He's a starter. Quincy Riley's in his second year. He's a starter at cornerback. Quincy's hurt, right? Along their edges, Chase Young's a beast. He's going to keep you in any game, period. And the linebacker, I think when you lose DeMario Davis, but they got Caden Ellis. I think the safety position is strong. Cornerback depth is a question. And interior defensive line, now a bit of a question because they lost Brian Brzee and they just had some injuries there. John Ridgway got hurt. So edge is strong, safety strong, linebacker strong, depth at cornerback is a bit of a question mark. And so I think it's better than last year. And I think it'll keep them in games, but they have to do a better job of stopping the run consistently. But no, the defense is better.
One more question here for Mike Haas. And Mike, I checked out your Twitter page, Mike Haas.com. There was one image that stood out to me. If producer Brendan Eric could get it up on our YouTube side of things here. This mascot, Baby Cake King Baby Cake.
Yeah.
Like, what's
King
the
Cake
deal
Baby.
with this photo? What is the deal with this mascot here?
I have 2 full-time jobs. I'm the media relations director manager for Caesar Superdome. So my office is in the Superdome. And so that's cool enough as it is. And so the Pelicans play next door at the Smoothie King Center. And during Mardi Gras, we have a thing called King Cakes. And they came up with this, just a part-time mascot during the Mardi Gras season. And yes, it's kind of what it is, but it draws a lot of ink, right? Gets a lot of headlines. So he came by the office. He doesn't talk. He just walks in, we take a picture, and he leaves. But that's King Cake Baby. So I took a picture with him.
Yeah, King Cake Baby came up on this very show not that long ago. It was a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about mascots, the best mascots in Edmonton, and maybe the worst mascots, and that's a creepy baby. I gotta say,
creepy. I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's creepy. He's supposed to be creepy. He's not full time. He's just during the Mardi Gras season, so you just bring him out like king cakes.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's the commitment to the diaper, the loose diaper, that really gets me on baby king cakes.
You're talking about him, right? Not me.
Not you, Mike. Not you.
Okay. All right. Good.
Mike, this was great. Look, we're going to have to catch up with you again. I really appreciate you taking time away from Marina Del Rey. I mean, I know you'd have much better things doing outside that window than you are sitting in there, but we really appreciate your time. This is spectacular. Thanks again, Mike.
Anytime. You guys have a great day. Thanks for letting me come in.
All right. That was Mike Haas, the radio play-by-play voice for the New Orleans Saints. You can hear him on WWL AM 870 and FM 105.3. I mean, juggling, taking pictures with baby cakes. I mean, this guy's a legend. And he had on cue. And I swear to goodness, we never discussed the Rubik's Cube with him.
Well, he's got to pass the
never
time.
said anything.
Yeah.
And of course, in his hotel room, he's got a set of juggling balls ready to go.
Well,
I didn't want to push it, but when he said, of course I'm not going to do it, it's like, what if I ask really nice?
Come on, maybe the next time we have
maybe
one,
when we build more of a rapport with Mike.
Yeah.
When I reach out to him next time, I'll say, hey, if you got your bowling pins around, we'd love to see it.
Well, juggling's quite the act.
Juggling has always got me. The three juggling and the people that can do things with the other ball while the other ones are juggling. Tremendous eye-hand coordination.
Yeah, he said 31 years ago he started. And he told his wife, and not only does he have that talent, but quite the broadcast talent as well. Got his hands full.
Well,
there.
I mean, he'd done 30 years of television and other broadcasting before he got his final shot to take on what he called his dream job, which is the voice of the New Orleans Saints. So what a wonderful interview, incredible story. And thanks for filling us in, Mike, on what's going on at New Orleans Saints camp. Okay. Portions of this hour are brought to you by the Edmonton Elks, where right now, if you go to edmontonsportstalk.com and you click the link for Labor Day bus, what you'll see is that'll take you to the Edmonton Elks Labor Day bus, which is hosted by Edmonton Sports Talk. Bring your green and gold pride to the Labor Day Classic with the Edmonton Sports Talk Labor Day bus. So here's what happens. Tickets, $160 plus GST. That gets you a ticket to the Labor Day Classic in Calgary on Monday, September 7th. Transport to and from Calgary on a coach bus. 2 beverages on the way to the game. A post-game pizza meal on the bus. Now, $160 plus GST per ticket. If you use promo code EST Labor Day, you save $15 off. So let's fill these buses. Right now, I think there's 2, but if there is more demand, I'm sure they would get more. I'll be on the bus. Koob will be on the bus. It's going to be fun. There'll be other Edmonton Sports Talk personalities as well. So yeah, go to edmontonsportstalk.com, click on Labor Day Bus, and check out all the details there. All right, very, very pleased to have our next guest in studio. This is the Century Mile, Century Downs, the daily racing form handicapper extraordinaire. Frank Fontana is here to join us to set up the Canadian Derby, which goes this Saturday, August 22nd, right here at the Century Mile out by the airport. But first, let's hear from our one and only Brendan Eric.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2 games, while the Bruins will also play 2 games in Munich. The Jays grabbed a series win against the Rays today, with Toronto winning 5-1, but some bad news as Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Other final scores around the majors include the Braves shutting out the White Sox 2-rip. The Cards edge the Reds 10-9, while San Francisco falls 5-2 to Cleveland. The CPKC Women's Open is underway here in Edmonton at the Royal Mayfair Golf Club. After day 1, 2 Canadians tied for 3rd at 5 under, with the pace being set at 8 under par. This sports update is brought to you by the Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats at goelks.com/tickets. Frank Fontana live in studio after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The oil stream.
I see Shea is more of a replacement for Kulak than Nurse. Is that wrong?
He's smaller than both of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like he's not going to be like he's a smart. Like I think Brett Kulak, he was smart. He could get around. He was a good skater.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty well. I think that's right on par. Maybe a little bit better offensively.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
One moment, you're driving to work. The next, you're facing serious injuries, mounting paperwork, and insurance companies focused on their bottom line. That's where you want Rick Mallett and the team at Hammer Injury Law on your side. For more than 35 years, Rick has helped injured Albertans stand up to insurance companies and pursue the compensation they deserve, with no legal fees unless your case is successful. Serious injuries need the Hammer. Call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What's that number again?
1-855-98-HAMMER. Or learn more at hammerinjurylaw.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brew House. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brew House. Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
All right, welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. A reminder, we're coming to you live from the Canadian Brew House studio, where you can still take advantage of the wing flavor of the month. That is the world-famous bourbon peach, flame grilled. Get those down at the Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. That's the Canadian Brew House. All right, it is time to welcome a very special guest. This guest has been on our show before. This is a handicapper extraordinaire. And a little known fact for all you nasties out there, goes by the handle of Triple Crown in the nasty chat. This is the one and only Frank Fontana. Frank, how are you doing today?
Very well. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, and now you got to really get into that mic. I know it might, I know you got all your notes. Frank always becomes prepared, okay? There's nobody that is more prepared than Frank Fontana. And fun fact, later in this segment, Frank brought along some gift certificates here. Frank, what did you bring?
3 gift certificates to Franco's Pizza and 1 to Selly's in our Century Mile location there on Fort Road.
Right on. Okay, so what's going on here? The Canadian Derby is happening this Saturday. Where's that happening?
Yeah, Century Mile this Saturday. First, the gates open at 1. First race at 2:45. And we have a really good 12 race card on tap. The actual race Derby itself will go around 8:30 at night.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that late,
yeah.
and that's race number 11.
11, yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, I mean this is a great venue. So Century Mile, that's out by the airport.
Yes.
Correct. And that's where the Canadian Derby is. What advice would you give to somebody that is not obviously as experienced of a handicapper as you are, that might want to head out there, bring the kids, bring the family, and go watch some horses?
Yeah, you can always go online. There's some really good tutorials on how to read a program. You can look at the video replays, things of that nature. Those are, and you can actually even look at the program itself. There's also a little segment there on how to basically read the program.
Okay, so let's get to it. Who do you like? What are you seeing? Is there long shots? Like what you lay it on us, Frank?
As usual, this is an unusual race, Jay. It demands the 12 horses to go 1.25 miles. A very, very taxing distance. Nobody has gone this far. How do you know who can handle it? The distance is the equalizer. Looking at the field, you can expect a lot of horses to be in the mid-range, 5, 6, 7 to 1. It'll be good value because it is wide open. Especially post positions, they matter. You don't want to be dead last or be on the lead the whole way because it is a very taxing long distance. But there are some horses here that I'm going to elaborate on.
Go ahead. Let's lay it on us.
I'll just quickly give you a brief rundown here. Number 1, Helio. He was very wide last time out. Much better post. This horse cost $200,000. So obviously there's something there. Look for improvement there. DeBrusque, for you hockey lovers, probably named after the hockey player. He's from BC. This horse was the 2-year-old BC champ. So again, he's got credentials. They took the blinkers off last time. They're putting it back on today, on Saturday. And the blinkers help a horse focus. Sometimes
so those are the things on the side of their eyes.
So are they actually like blinkers? Can you explain that to me? I've never heard that.
You know what? It just hides the horse's sight from left and right. It just makes the horse
kind of tunnel vision.
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Because sometimes they wander and they don't race the right way. They just keep wandering back and forth. So that, anytime you make a change like that, it could improve the horse. Kamel, the only Alberta bred in the race. The rest are all from bred in Kentucky and have you. Big challenge. I find it's going to be tough for him. Quarry, he's going to be one of my top picks. He showed a lot of ability in the U.S. He was an $80,000 claim.
Oh,
Somebody
wow.
bought this one for $80,000 in Churchill Downs. So got to watch him. Magic strikes again. Number 5. He was disqualified last time. Finished second. Ran a really good race. He could show something. Direct Strike. This horse has never won a race ever. Very, very tough to win a big stake like this. But I like to give this horse another shot. His speed figures absolutely fit here with the rest. So it was a private sale. This horse cost $500,000 as a baby. So there's something there. Really Rallis. This horse is a nice horse. Last time out though, he was way wide in the Manitoba Derby. He was you got to give the horse some consideration. Big Curl was the 2024 sale topper, cost $33,000, and he was the highest price. His best 2 races, ironically, were going longer. Out of 8 races, he's only finished out of money once, so he's very consistent. He's my second pick. The number 9 gets the main. Like Quarry and Direct Strike, they're not win machines, but their figures are really fit in here. So you have to consider them. Tissam, he won the last prep here, the Count Latham. He was a $20,000 purchase. Javier, he's a pace factor. He loves to go to the front, but he's never won past 6 furlongs. This is a race going 10. I just
big distance, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be very taxing for him to win. And my top pick, Western Warrior.
This is your pick to win.
Now he's got an ugly post 12, so he is going to need a very kind trip. He just had a workout recently in 46 and change for 4 furlongs, which is extremely fast. I think he can hustle out of there and get good positioning. What I like about this horse, Jay, he's a son of Belmont Stakes winner Essential Quality. This horse finished 3rd, I believe, in the 2021 Kentucky Derby, and he earned over almost $5 million. And all his 6 of his first crop runners, all stake races. So he's got good bloodlines. And based on that alone, you have to respect all those factors.
Where was Western Warrior born then? In Kentucky?
Yeah, bred in Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
And you say 12 post,
yes,
so that's on the outside post, the furthest?
Okay. Yeah. So fast break. How does Western Warrior come out of the gate?
He comes out pretty good, mid pack,
Okay.
And which is what he'll need. What he'll need today.
And what is the strength of Western Warrior? Like, what part of the track would you say?
I think coming home.
Coming home.
Yeah. For example, last time in the Manitoba Derby, he never left the rail. He won it. He never left the rail, and there's a horse that almost fell in front of him. So he had to kind of back up a little bit. Despite all that, he still won. So, and the interesting fact on that, the horse hadn't raced for 3 months because of all the bad weather we had. He couldn't train. He couldn't race. He was on the sidelines for 3-4 months. To do that, first time out, pretty good.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
I just noticed here, Frank, you had put a note in here. The Canadian Brewhouse, our studio sponsor, it offers 2 specific Canadian Derby bus packages for the event on Saturday. So you can do a bus-only package for $10, or you can do a breakfast and bus package for $25.99. For more details, it looks like these are Ellerslie and Windermere locations.
Correct. Yeah.
Which makes sense because they're on the south side, and this track is out by Nisku or the airport.
Yeah.
Contact your locations. Contact Pat Ketty from the Brewhouse. Hit him up on Instagram. He'll take care of that and get a reservation for you. The reservation needs to be made 1 hour in advance. The breakfast and bus includes a round-trip transportation, classic farm fresh bacon and egg breakfast, plus your choice of a domestic Stein or a 1-ounce classic Brewhouse Caesar. Yum, yum.
Yeah, this is an excellent...
what a promotion.
Fantastic.
To get people there safe and get them back. You don't have to worry about parking. You can have breakfast.
Yeah, parking could be a hassle because sometimes our overflow, we usually get 15,000 people out there. You're going to have to, if you get there at the park, you may have to go into the overflow in the airport.
Right.
Yeah.
It's brutal. If you get there late, forget it.
Are you, is this something that, are people dressing up? Like,
They're dressed up in top hats and ties.
So is that only for the Canadian Derby, or usually is that something that you would want it?
It's for that day.
For that day, and it's what they've done this every year for how many years now?
1930s when the Canadian Derby was born. He changed its name. Actually, it was a different name before. It changed its name to the Canadian Derby, and it was the R.J. Spear Stakes. It changed its name in 1941 to Canadian Derby. Then when Polo Park shut down in Winnipeg, it came over to Edmonton in 1957.
Huh.
I was 1 year old.
Well, this is fantastic. Okay, Frank, thank you for handicapping this for us. So you're saying your favorite is the number 11 Western Warrior. What about a long shot? What if somebody wants to tinkle a little money on something that's maybe 25 to odds?
Believe it or not, Direct Strike, who has never won a race. I love his speed figures. He
currently 12 to 1.
He could be a good one, yeah. And Quarry. Yeah,
9 to 2.
You don't spend $80,000 for nothing. If you must think there's something there, right? To bring the horse up
exactly
for the Derby. Why you want to spend $80,000, right? I don't know.
Okay, we've got to get to Frank's trivia question on what's at stake here is 3 gift certificates to Franco's Pizza, $50 gift certificates, I'll have you know, and a $25 GC to Sully's Sports Bar. Hey, maybe you could go use it with Lieutenant Eric, who's going to be there for Monday night and Thursday night football, starting in the fall at Sully's Sports Bar. So here is now the 4 gift certificates.
Yeah.
So the first correct answer, we're going to give away the $50 ones first. Hey, Frank?
Yeah.
All right. First correct answer, second correct answer, and third correct answer get the $50 GC to Franco's Pizza. The fourth correct answer will get the $25 GC to Sully's Sports Bar. Goob, what's the question?
Name the trainer of the 2025 Canadian Derby winner. So that in, not in the nasty chat, in the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. Some great gift cards.
Name the trainer of the 2025 Canadian Derby winner. The winner was... Take charge, Tom. That was the name of the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Name the trainer.
But the trainer we want.
And this is quite a successful trainer.
Very.
If you look at the track record of this trainer.
Very.
Is this trainer training West Warrior by chance?
No. He had a horse in the Manitoba Derby, but he got hurt himself, so he pulled up. So he's not coming.
All right. The answers are starting to pour in. We will contact you, the winners, and let you know how to get your GCs. Frank, this was fantastic. Just to let everybody know, Frank also brought in a box of donuts for the boys.
Oh, did you? That's so kind.
He brought us a couple travel mugs for yourself and Brendan, and he always brings a great attitude. Frank, we really appreciate you coming in. Nice hoodie, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Edmonton Sports.
I thought I got one off, Matt.
And next time you see Triple Crown in the nasty chat, make sure you say hi. It's Frank Fontana. Ask him any horse questions you want in the chat. We'll see you out there on Saturday. That's going to be a great day. If you ever run into Frank, make sure you say hi from EST. All right, we'll be right back with words of the day. But first, the man with 2 first names, Brendan Eric.
The NHL has announced a pair of international series games for the 27-28 season. The Oilers are heading to Cologne, Germany for 2, while the Bruins also played 2 in Munich. The Jays grabbed the series win against the Rays today, Toronto winning that one 5-1. But some bad news, Andres Jimenez left the game with a lower body injury. Other final scores around the majors include the Braves shutting out the White Sox 2-0. The Brewers take one against the Mariners 7-4, and the Royals get by the Athletics 6-2. One game ongoing right now, that's the Yankees and the Orioles. The Yankees off to an early lead, 1-0. On top of the third, they're pressing with 2 men on. The Nats are up against the Rangers, and the late game down in Houston sees the Angels come to town. Over in the NBA, James Harden has agreed to a 3-year, $97 million extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And after the break, we wrap things up with Word of the Day. My name is Brendan Eric, and you are up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Corey Brahman from The Athletic. Might as well ask you, since you're ready for it, Oiler prospect that can surprise us.
I think Asher Barnett's a really good prospect, at least for what they got in the 5th round. Like he put up 20 points at Michigan this year despite not really getting any power play time. He's going to be a top 4 defenseman for the U.S. World Junior team. You know, he's really competitive. He's a good skater. He makes a good first pass.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
part of no, don't you want?
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree, September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood, Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right, welcome back to the final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show. That was fantastic, having really a legendary Edmonton handicapper in Frank Fontana in studio. So he gave us gift certificates here to give away. So here's what we're going to do. I said the first 4 correct answers. Koob, the trivia question again was, name the trainer of the 2025 Canadian Derby winner. What was the right answer, Koob?
Robertino Diodoro.
Okay.
Robertino Diodoro.
Okay.
Correct answer. Yep.
Nolan from St. Albert. You were number 1.
Sweet.
There is a GC with your name on it.
Yeah, well, the first 3, what? The $50
Casino Dealer
then,
J. And Big Uke. You have won the $50 Franco's GC. And then Sully. What are the odds of that? Sully won the $25 GC to Sellies. Hi-oh! What a time to be alive. All right. We better do this. Thank you for joining us on the show today. Listen, tomorrow we're going to have a lot of Elks. Might have a couple special guests, alumni-wise, for the Elks. And just recently confirmed, we're going to check in with the Carolina Panthers.
Nice.
Of the NFL. So we're going to continue our NFC South conversations, I guess you could say, as today we had Mike Haas, Saints play-by-play voice, radio voice. All right, it is time to get to the words of the day.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right, first word of the day, lackadaisical.
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 Yeah, it's like the word lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. I always thought it was lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
This is clearly lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Lackadaisical. A bit.
It's a tough word, Coop.
Yeah, it is a tough word.
Lackadaisical. LDAISICAL.
LDA. Wow. Okay. Well, I was sure.
Lackadaisical.
Yes. I don't need the sentence for this one. It's a little. You can be, if you're a bit slow, it's similar to sauntering. Kind of, you can be not foggy, but I don't know, slow-witted, a bit lackadaisical. If you're doing
I'll give it to you.
I don't know.
Something or someone described as lackadaisical is lacking in interest, enthusiasm, or zest.
Sure.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, if you didn't want to, my next comparison would have been like doing an essay. You just do the bare minimum. Don't have the drive. Don't have the gusto to want to do it. Lackadaisical.
Okay, second word of the day, circumscribe.
Circumscribe. Circumscribe.
Another one we could really use, Terry.
There's a way to do this. I'm just gonna,
we sure like to have
circumscribe.
fun. CIRUM.
Oh wait, hold on.
The Alouettes are already up on the mate. Well,
really?
That might play of the day.
Well, Alouette. Did you say Alouettes already up or
Ottawa's up 7-0. Way to go, Brendan.
Circumscribe. CIRCUMSCRIBE.
That's
not the right song. Can I take a sentence?
The president's decision-making power was carefully circumscribed by the company's board.
Glossed over a second time, dissected, and sort of not cross-examining, but writing it for a second time.
To circumscribe something is to limit its range or activity.
Oh, well, maybe I need to be. No.
No. So let's just check in here before we head out here. It would appear as though it is 7-0 Ottawa. It is
the Red Blacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Well, I mean, this is an interesting one because I wonder what the live play would be here. Let's see. Live.
Doing it live.
Okay, Montreal was minus 900 and something to win. Now they're minus 500. The line has now shifted from minus 13.5 to minus 9.5. Now it's minus 8.5. So something's going on in Montreal. Let's just turn it on here quick. Forgive me. I'm trying to keep you updated for those driving home wondering what's going on in this game. Oh, what is this? A turnover?
Or is that 6:50 left?
6:50 left in the first.
Montreal,
it looks like it was
possession.
a big return up to midfield for the Alouettes de Montreal.
Bryson
Davis
Barnes
Alexander
got the
taking
touchdown.
Taking the field. All right, so you know what? If you didn't like the spread before, see now it's already moved back up to minus 11.5.
It always moves.
Wow, it's hard. It's hard. Crepe 1346 says, I told you Ottawa was going to win. All right. Well, thank you. You didn't tell me that. I still don't think, Ottawa's not going to win. If they win, what? What do I got to do?
I'd shave my head.
Okay. If they win, if Ottawa wins, Coob will shave his head live on the air tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing that.
All right, this was fun. Thank you to our guests today. We had Mike Haas on, Saints play-by-play voice. Obviously, David Beard, Elks O-lineman, as they get set to host the Winnipeg Blue Bombers tomorrow down at Commonwealth Stadium. A reminder that tomorrow at 6:30, you'll see the Commonwealth Stadium Rec Center Green and Gold kickoff show with myself and Matthew Owanek live from Commonwealth Stadium. And don't go anywhere. There's Friends of EST programming coming up all throughout the evening. And tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., The Nielsen Show with Dustin, not with Dustin, I believe it would be Dave Jameson and Lieutenant Eric right here on Edmonton Sports Talk or Cruise 95.7 FM. Thank you, Nasties. We love you. On behalf of myself, Jay Milne, Zachary Kubusch, and Brendan Eric, take care. Have a good night. We'll chat soon.